with me, I'm Prince Safi, here among the clouds in the sky. Imagination is the key to unlock the dreams in your mind. Let's go, let's fly, let's dream, you and I. Do 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 Hello everyone, welcome to Teatime. And yes, we just got food. my guest tonight is Maako Rhapsody. Hello.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I smell food. Oh my god.
Well, I smell nothing.
It's strangely oniony, and I don't remember getting onions. It's probably Rhea's salad thing, I think. She got like spanakopita and stuff, and salad and Greek stuff, and all that stuff. Let me put on some music. So everybody, we got Maako here, and Maako is a PNG tuber for now. Yeah. He's actively pursuing a 2D model, which I am as well. We have that in common, Maako. Foob, yes, Foob. So let's see here. Right away, if you haven't followed Maako, please do. I'm sure you have. I'm sure everybody here has. But if you haven't for some reason, Maako's a great guy. Let me start off by saying that Maako right away, without knowing me much, like just gifted me a game because I felt awful. And I feel awful because I haven't played it yet, but I will. But that's the kind of guy Maako is. A sweetheart. That's what you are. See, the thing is, we were talking before tea time. We were talking about our tastes and stuff. And like, oh, hi, Monique. Lady Monique has entered the house. We were talking about tastes, and like Maako was talking about like loving matcha. And we were talking about teas and stuff because he's actually got tea and I don't. I feel like such a fakey. Such a faker. I am in my mind drinking. Actually, in my mind, I'm drinking a mocha. That's what I'm drinking. Hi, Jabs. But anyway, bitter tea versus sweet, and I was like, everything about me is just sweet. But see, Maako, I think you're naturally sweet, so you don't need sweet tea. You don't need anything else. It would just be too much. So, you know. You gotta be subtle about this stuff. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Lady Monique. Thank you for bowing to me. Thank you. Makes me feel good. Hey, everybody. It's so good to see you. Okay, so Maako, my first question. What? Now my brain can't even remember what the hell we were talking about. And I was like, we shouldn't talk about it. Oh yeah. My first question for you tonight is when and how you decided you wanted to stream, be a PNG, and eventually a 2D person, a 2D VTuber. When did you decide I want to do that streaming thing?
That's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that I think I have to take you back a little bit because this was something I never really intended on doing. I've tried streaming before using my real face and all that.
Brave.
With horror games because people love those reactions.
They sure do.
But initially I didn't know much about Twitch. I wasn't familiar with it or if it was something for me. Because I feel like I'm a bit older, like I'm 36. So when I first got into Twitch, the algorithm was really messed up for me. It was only showing me like, hey, do you want to see this person in the hot tub? Do you want to watch them do squats for subs?
Oh, God, yeah.
And I was just like, maybe, but like, that's not really my appeal. I don't know, like, you should know more about me at this point. But what ended up happening was I came across an artist that was doing some cool work in their stream, and I found that pretty relaxing to watch. So I subscribed to them, and then they decided to do a raid, which I was not familiar with, and that
Hmm.
took me to Kier's channel, formerly known as Panda Pat.
I can't tell you how many
And
people are like, and then I met Panda, and it
yeah,
changed my life.
well, it quite literally did change my life, because I just fell in love with the wholesome community there. And it was just that kind of like quick
Yeah.
flash of like that revelation of, oh, there's good people out there that are supporting each other, building each
Yes.
other up.
Yes.
And that was something I could really see myself wanting to be a part of, because I like building
So it
people
was on
up.
a raid. Like you got there on a raid. So it's totally by
Yes.
luck. Wow, that's so awesome. And it changed you. It changed your life. Wow.
Yeah, but it wasn't
That's
overnight. It
fate.
was because it was something that I was just participating in on the sidelines. Then I figured, well, I'm also a gamer. I'm also an anime fan. Like I have a lot
Right.
of. I'm very eclectic with my interests.
You fit the
Um,
criteria.
yeah, so it's like, well, I would like to share what I enjoy with other people and
Hmm.
see if it resonates. So
Yeah.
that's really what it kind of boiled down to.
Yeah. And I mean, you talked about it being a wholesome place where everybody's supportive. I was honestly really shocked about that when I first joined the community. It was like, why is everybody so awesome? Like, I couldn't wrap my brain around it at first. You know, Rhea did it first, and
Hmm.
I watched her do it, and yes, she was part of the Bamboos, and she and Sapphire, yep, and they were huge influences and inspirations. And how do you say it? Suville? Am I saying that right? Suville? She helped a lot with that. But I was watching Rhea try to learn it all, and I was like, oh, not only am I not tech savvy enough for this, but I was just scared. I think because IRL, you know, things happen, and I'm like you. I'm on the older side, and you get. I don't know if you feel this way, but I don't want to say I didn't get bitter. I just got, you know, you build up the walls, and like, you know, and I'm trans. So there is that
Hmm.
level of fear that just, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm in Florida. So there's that level of
I'm so
having to,
sorry.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So there's that level of like having to protect yourself at all times, you know? So when I got into the, you know, Rhea got into the VTubing community, and I was like, damn, everybody's so welcoming and nice and supportive and LGBTQ friendly and just, you know, and into anime and games and all the things that in real life I couldn't really bond with people in this area. And it just blew my mind, to be honest. I don't know if you feel the same way, because I don't know, you're
Yeah,
where you are is
I
probably
mean,
a little bit better.
well, I guess I've kind of, well, I've also lived overseas too.
Right, you
So
mentioned that.
that,
You mentioned before stream about coming to America to live here. Where were you in Hawaii before? Were you born there? Or?
no, actually, my trip to Hawaii last month was the first time I've ever been there. But I grew up in Southeast Asia,
Oh,
and lived there up until 2003, and then came over to finish my education in the States,
oh wow.
because we are technically American. We just lived overseas our whole life.
Right, because your accent is very typically American sounding.
Yes. Yep. Which is weird because I also went to a British school, so I spell like I'm British, but I have the American accent because of
No,
my
that's
parents.
awesome. Hey, they put U's in. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I actually kind of prefer it. Yeah, that's so cool. You're so traveled and what's the word? Worldly. You're worldly. That's awesome. I want to have your life. Can I steal it? No, I
Well, I'd
haven't. I
like to
haven't.
invite as many people as possible because I think everyone should travel and
I
explore
would
and
love to. I would love
ex-
to. I went to Europe when I was 7. I very, very vaguely remember it, but I do remember loving hotels in Germany. I remember that. And I remember being
Mhm.
very tired when my mom was dragging me around to like in Paris to go to shops, and we didn't get to see the Louvre because it was closed. I remember that. You know, I have
Oh.
some memory of it, but it was like I was too
Mhm.
young, and it was like my cousin's wedding or something, and my third cousin. And but I've never really been anywhere else. That was it. As far as outside of America, would love to go to Hawaii. I would love it. That must have been awesome. Was that like the best trip ever?
For in a long while for me, yeah, it was just because I love, like, if I could live anywhere on the planet, it would be somewhere near the ocean because I just love the endless sea.
Mm.
That's partly why I went with the shark for a VTuber.
Yes, that
And
was going to be my next question. How you
a lot
arrived
of
at the
facets
shark?
of blue.
Have you always loved sharks?
I've loved sharks. Ironically, like dolphins, whales, a lot of those creature fish. Well, I guess I love everything under the ocean. If I were to break it down,
Are you a Pisces?
no, I'm
You
an
don't sound like
Aries.
yeah. I was gonna say your personality does not fit Pisces. But what? How did the love of the ocean start? Anything particular? Or just
Well, because I grew up in Thailand, so we were
ah
able to go to like on when school was out because it was only like maybe like a 3 hour drive. So we'd go to like coastal cities like Pattaya. I've been to some of the islands there, and just like the white sands, the
wow,
beaches,
that's
the
amazing. That's awesome.
the fruit cocktails and all
I mean,
that.
I've seen it. I've seen it on YouTube. That's about as far as I've seen.
Yeah.
But that must have been so cool. Lots of seafood there. Lots of
Oh,
curry.
yep,
Lots of hot
yep.
food. I love Thai food so much. I mean, of course, it's Americanized, but I love Thai curry. You know, I love a lot of curry, but like Thai curry is like the best to me. So you're the one person. You're the one person that's
Mhm.
gonna know when I say massaman is my favorite curry.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yes.
great curry. That's a fantastic curry.
Every time Ray and I are like, okay, massaman, it's great, and people are like, what? What's that? It is the best. It is. It's like Penang, but like has that extra sweetness. And you know,
Yeah.
we discussed it. I love everything
Well, I'm
sweet.
glad that's amazing because, like, I would say it's so tough because Thai food is by default is my favorite food. But
Yes.
within that realm, like, I have one dish that exceeds everything else. But outside of that dish, curries are kind of what my default in terms of foods that I would love would be that. So, like, your Padang and Masaman would definitely be up there, hundred
It's
percent.
like comfort stew. Okay. Blob sounds seems confused. It's like comfort spicy, slightly spicy, not too spicy usually. Comfort stew for me. It's just the best. It just makes me happy. And Rhea too. We share that. But I still say sushi is my favorite food because I don't know, because I have to be up to handling the spice. Because I've got the weakest stomach in the world. But you grew up in Thailand, so you're probably able to take some spice, right?
Yes. I just recently tried with my father over at Buffalo Wild Wings their Carolina Reaper sauce,
Oh,
and I regretted that
oh my
instantly. Like
god, yeah.
after that, like I don't think I have the same. I don't want to go to that level of hotness because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was crying,
Oh god.
I was perspiring ridiculously.
Yeah, that's where it's just for me. I mean, like, there's so many streamers that do like the hot food challenge, you know, hot ramen challenge, and like food
Mhm.
that's gonna kill you, basically. And I know they're doing
Yeah,
it for the content, but I have a limit, man, because otherwise I will be in the bathroom all freaking night, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. I don't
yeah.
want that. Nobody wants that. Like my level of giving myself pain is I'll play. God, I have to play Dead by Daylight soon. I have to. I'm like contractually obligated. I met a goal. This is what happens. Hey Ruby, hey Nana, hey Blob, hey everybody that's in there. Hi, welcome to Tea Time with Maako. We're getting to know the Shark Man. So,
Yep.
so you just grew up around a lot of like sea animals.
Well, like on my days, like on holidays and stuff, because like I would be able to snorkel in the reefs and stuff
Oh,
and be around
awesome!
all the clownfish, and
I've
so
never
that's kind
snorkeled.
of I've always associated that kind of environment with peace and relaxation, and that's kind of
Mm.
what I like mentally
Yeah,
to want
yeah.
to extend to other people is that comfortable environment where they feel like they can just be themselves.
That's wonderful. I'm very, very drawn to the ocean as well. Maybe not here in Florida, but in other
Mhm.
places because it's way too crowded here and too hot and it is black. But I mean, when I go to sleep at night, like every single night, Rhea and I have the ocean sounds YouTube videos, relaxation stuff. Every single
Okay.
night, and sometimes we'll watch fish and stuff. So I totally relate. I also love sharks, but I fear them. I intensely fear
You
them.
know, I fear. I mean, you got to be smart with them. I've always felt, and this is weird because I mean, I could probably just be gobbled up, but I've always felt like I would take the chance with swimming with the sharks. But that being said, I could see that ending horribly.
Well, I think it depends which kind you swim with. There are some
There
sharks that are
is
more
that.
docile, right?
Yeah,
I
like the
think
whale
it's
sharks
like,
and stuff.
well, whale sharks are huge.
Yeah,
You could swim with them. You probably could, but they, they're
but they're
huge.
they're very kind
Yeah,
creatures.
yeah.
So they're not aggressive or anything.
Yeah,
They're
no,
just
I'm trying
enormous.
to remember. Yeah, they are enormous. I'm trying to remember the ones that are kind of okay, and all they do is like, is it like sand sharks or lemon sharks? It's one of those.
You've got nurse sharks.
Nurse sharks, that's what it is. They're just nurses.
Yeah.
They're just nurses. They're there to, help change your babies and stuff. Take their diapers. It's like, no. But yeah, some sharks are okay. And then there's other sharks, tigers, great whites. They're going to bite your bull sharks, hammerheads. They're going to bite your face off if they're hungry enough and you look like some sort of seal. If you happen to look like maybe they'll take a chance anyway, Whale sharks are the safest shark to swim with. They're filter feeders. Yeah. They're just big. I would feel so overwhelmed, but it would be memorable. It would definitely be memorable.
Yeah, and then you do have to take into account that people do have that fear with some of the creatures because of that size differential.
Yeah.
But like I've always felt like the big large creatures are like those gentle giants.
Gentle giants, right?
Yeah, like
those aren't the ones I fear. Yeah,
they shouldn't be.
But I mean, I don't know. Is your is like that? Is Maako sharks? Mako shark. I always said Mako sharks, but is that like your favorite kind of shark? They have those mangled teeth.
So Mako sharks are not my favorite, and here's the secret behind my name.
Okay, there's a secret. We're learning secrets here, people.
So I went with Mako sharks because of Final Fantasy VII with Mako energy, but I wanted to distinguish myself a little bit, so I added an extra A in there.
Okay.
Because, well, I guess because they technically call it Maako energy. So I tried to get a shark and a name that would fit into a nod to something that I loved in my childhood. And then Rhapsody was because of my love of music. I did have a different name planned, which was Maako Finn. But after doing some research, it was linked and already copyrighted with, I believe it was like a homoerotic comic, like an online comic. And I was like, well, that's not necessarily
not what you're going for.
Really, not the image that I'm trying to entertain. But I don't want to get sued down the road. Like, they just he took her name.
Yeah, I hate that.
So I just had to be smart with the naming because I wanted it to be something that was individual enough to where it wouldn't
it is
stuff.
It's very, I don't think I've ever come across another Maako Rhapsody, so that's cool. I tried to be Prince Sapphire and I think somebody had it and I was like, god dang it. But that's okay. I think Sapphi's more unique.
That name does have a nice ring to it. Like Sapphire is also a very beautiful jewel.
It is my theme. In fact, I'm going to have it on my crown and have a necklace and stuff. I have plans, man. I have plans.
Oh, good. Yeah, you gotta definitely go all out with that.
Yes, you have to. And I wanna have something that's very unique because that's the one thing about a Vroid model that you just it's hard unless you're really good at Unity or you have someone do it for you. It's hard. You can't really get it that unique. I mean, I do have 200 hairs I worked on, but. Rhea, can I quickly have I have to take dairy pills, people. Yes, I'm lactose intolerant. I have a big ass plate of mashed potatoes and roast beef in front of me, but there's milk in it. There's gotta be milk in it. So, thank you. Here we go. Alrighty. Sorry, had to interrupt you for a second. Lactose intolerant gang, woo! I've noticed through the years that more and more people are lactose intolerant, especially young people. I don't know what the trend is on that. Oop, cat in my leg.
So to kind of answer that, and I could be wrong, but it's the kind of the same thing with the peanut allergies. Like peanut allergies are a lot more prominent now.
Yeah.
So what I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, is when they diagnose kids at a younger age that have them, they stop having them eat it. And I think when they're a lot younger, they still have the ability to overcome and I guess, essentially defeat that deficit and become no longer allergic. But
I don't
this is
know.
just something I've heard like in
Well, I
passing.
mean, supposedly none of us are supposed to be able to handle dairy. Like
Yeah,
we're all
it's weird
supposed to
if you
be,
break it down.
yeah. Like humans evolved that ability, but like, was it like like when we're babies, we're not supposed to handle the lactose or something? No. Oh my
Well, I
god, this
guess
is good.
full time we're like what we're the only creatures out there that are drinking milk from other creatures.
Yeah, we're weird.
Yeah.
We're weird.
Like, what do you do
So,
with that cow, Mako?
so are sharks your favorite animal?
No.
No. Okay.
So if we're going like favorite animal, I love tigers.
Rawr.
Born in the year of the tiger. That's probably why there's my innate bias there.
Nice.
I do love sharks though. When I came with the idea for a shark VTuber, not only did I want it to love kind of the ocean, but I wanted something that I felt I could market. Because spoiler, I don't look anything like
No.
my VTuber. No,
I
that
know.
makes
How
me.
dare?
I know.
How could you?
Like all that beautiful hair, just for Mako.
Just for Maako. Oh, you know what? That's how we get to live out our dreams. That's
Well, it's
what
true.
that's what we get to do. Everybody wants to live out their fantasies. That's why I'm the Prince of Dreams and Imagination. There's a reason.
That is true. But that being said, like I'm not ashamed of really what I look like or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's just that if I could create an avatar that I felt was fun and
Mhm,
inviting and people could, vibe with,
Yeah.
that was the whole reason behind it.
I think you did a really good job. I love your design.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
So tiger, awesome. I love tigers.
Mhm.
My favorite animal. Can it's okay. If it's like an imaginary one, it's dragon.
Oh, we can do imaginary animals too?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one for me because there's a lot of creatures that I'm very partial to Falcor, the luck dragon from Neverending Story.
A never-ending story. I haven't actually seen the whole film.
Really, it is a good film.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a like well-acted film or like a film that's actually.
That's a good question.
It's not actually. It depends how you look at it. I do like Falcor, though. I do love Falcor. How can you not love Falcor? He's kind of like a doggy dragon. Woof woof.
Yeah.
Woof dragon.
Who's going to be the most loyal dragons, I'd imagine.
Yes. Yes. Of course. Oh my gosh. Yes. Woof.
But it's a beautiful. The Neverending Story it's a beautiful story. Like that would be. I would recommend if you ever got into watching stuff with viewers, hands down, that would be something good for your community to watch and to discuss.
Okay, so we started off trying to do that and we just kept like not having the time. We keep running out of energy and time, but we have so many things we want to stream. Like so many things we want to stream for everybody. We need to get on that, but it's hard because as you know, Rhea streams, I stream, so it's like finding that time that we could all do it on a day that like if we did it on a Sunday, which we now have off, then we wouldn't have any time.
I get that. And that's a good thing to acknowledge too, because these are just ideas. You also got to make sure that you've got yourselves taken care of and not overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's so hard. I wasn't supposed to stream. What am I doing? But milkshake. I'm drinking a milkshake. Oh my god. Can I just pretend it's tea? Hey, tea time just means you don't have to have tea.
You don't have to, but you can also be a real fan and bring real tea too.
Like you did. Like you're the good boy.
Yeah.
I am not the good boy. Right. That's really good though. They do great milkshakes. Okay, sorry. I'm in food land. So anyway, not imaginary animal. I think it would be a lion. Yeah.
Okay, lions are beautiful.
They are. They're amazing. And a wolf. Wolves are good. I like wolves. But probably, if I had to choose, it'd be lion. I always wanted to get like a tattoo of a lion kind of standing up, kind of the English British lion thingy, standing up, kind of griffiny, kind of with its like a tongue out, kind of a snaky tongue, like kind of rawr. I always wanted to get one of those. Someday, some fine day.
You gotta do it. I mean, I finally got my first tattoo.
Did you?
I plan on getting a lot more.
Oh, really? Where'd you put it?
I put it on my right wrist for now.
Oh, okay. I want it on my arm.
I'd say for now, like I'm gonna move it, but no.
That would be kind of hard. Sorry, eating.
Yeah, take your time.
I did not intend to be eating during this, but you know, life. Yeah, I want mine on my upper arm.
That's good. That's yeah. I mean, what's really cool is like if you find an artist that you, because I think there's a certain level of truth to like once you get your first one, part of you wants to have more because now you kind of overcome the fear of what is it going to feel like.
Yeah. See, now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I could do it on. I could do another one. I haven't even done it yet, yeah. But if it doesn't hurt too much, yeah. Did it hurt on your wrist? I mean, I would think
not really, but I've got a very high pain tolerance, and I don't know. So when I was little, there was a little accident with me and my sister in the kitchen where I had some boiling water thrown on me.
Ow.
So I've got some scars, but I've also got some numbness around the area where those scars are. So I don't know if that's kind of contributed to having a high pain tolerance or not. But yeah, it didn't feel as bad. I know certain parts of your body it's worse.
Yeah, they say if it's by your bone, it's worse. So I was thinking wrist. Yeah. Is it the inside or the outside?
Inside.
Okay, maybe that would be okay because that's kind of fleshy there. I guess. Yeah, sorry. I don't know.
And it was nowhere near as bad as I had told myself in my head. So.
Yeah, I mean, the mind does control a lot, right?
It does.
So if it's like, it's gonna hurt, then that'll make it worse.
Yeah, because part of me was like, maybe I should back out because like this could really hurt, and then I'm stuck here, and I don't know what's going to happen after that. And what if I cry? I'm going to be crying in front of everybody.
I don't think it's going to hurt all that bad on that area of my right arm. I don't know. How are you on your? Did you get a COVID shot or a flu shot or any of those? How are you getting shots?
I've gotten all the shots and boosters, and mainly just because I have family that are at risk.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to put them in a situation.
You're such a good shark. You are the best, kindest, nicest shark I've ever known.
Well, it's not always about yourselves. That's true. How I was raised.
Yeah.
You gotta include others.
Yeah, I wish everyone was like that. I haven't gotten the boosters. I'll tell you what. I had kind of a really, really bad long COVID experience. And I want to get the boosters, but that means going back out and being with people. I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard for me. I had to get my ID renewed recently, and it was like kind of heart palpitating, nervous because it changed me. It definitely made me. I was never a people-y person, but it definitely made me scared to catch it again. You know, and it was like it was really bad for me to the point where I kind of can't do anything too excessive. Like I can't laugh a lot. I'll start coughing. You know, I can't sing the way I used to. A lot has changed for me, and it was pretty bad. So it's hard. You know, I anyway, my question that I was gonna ask is about, as you know, when you get shots and stuff, you're good with that, right? You're not too bad with that.
Oh yeah, like I'm like I've always had the mindset like if I'm with a doctor or something like that, they've gone to school, they're the professionals, they know more than me. So I've always put trust in systems. And that's also been reinforced by myself having really good experiences. I mean, it would have been something else if I had a negative experience.
Right. I have had negative experiences with doctors, especially in the area I live. But mostly it's just because they shame you. You know, it's not that they don't know what their job is so much, although some don't. But when it comes to like going to those, you know, like Walgreens or whatever, when it comes to going to like a pharmacy, they pretty much they've been told what to do. They know what to do. I'm not gonna like, you know, stress about them not knowing what to do. But some people really have like I don't know if there's a term for it, but like a fear of getting shots. I think there's probably a term for this. There's a phobia for everything.
My sister has that because she frequently passes out.
Oh God!
If she gets shots.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm just like, stick it in. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way too. just stick it in. Sus.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There was one time I got worried though, because like I don't know if it was her first day, but like I got stabbed like 10 times. They were trying to find the vein. I was
Oh
like,
God.
and it just started hurting at that point because I was like, do you work here?
Oh, God. Okay, that's a bad experience, man. That counts. Youch. Where's the vein? Where's the vein? I don't know. It's there somewhere. I have yeah, that's a nightmare. I have like really, really pale skin. So which is the one thing I have in common with my model. To the point where I'm practically translucent. Like you can see my veins really well. So if somebody couldn't find the vein, I'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you? Get your eyes checked. God, it's right there. Yeah, that's horrible. How'd you deal with that?
I just talk myself up. Like I'm very much in my own head, so that can be either good or bad. But most of the time, when I'm in a positive mindset, I just talk myself up in a positive manner to deal with things.
I want to be you when I grow up. That's awesome.
Well, it wasn't always like that, and it's not to say that I don't struggle, but what I did that I don't take for granted was I got into a lot of therapy and counseling at a younger age and was very willing to work the program. So that I feel has contributed a lot to my later success, with me being older and stuff. I tackled a lot of my personal issues in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Or I think I started probably around like 19 to 24 is probably that segment of where I was doing a lot of like
self-exploration,
antidepressants, counseling, all that kind of stuff, and just trying to figure out my demons before they got the better of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good age to do it, because you're really starting to know yourself. You're starting to try to know yourself at that age. You're not quite a kid anymore, but you're not quite an adult. It's the time to get to know yourself and find out what's going on. And I think too many people have a negative idea of therapy. I think it's changing. It's definitely changing with younger people. The idea of checking on your mental health and caring about your needs, and especially in this community, it's all, did you drink enough? Did you rest enough? But I think it's changing where therapy is not the bad word anymore. It's something that can really help a lot of people, and I wish more people did it. And I say that having never gone to therapy myself, but it's not because I'm against it or I think it's just I had a very bad experience with it when I was like 15. The therapist was just not good, to say the least. Yeah. But I think therapy in general, especially if you get a good doctor, is a wonderful thing and can help you. And I'm glad it helped you. I'm glad that I don't know, you've turned out really awesome. So it must have been good therapy.
Well, I also had a strong support with my mother. She's kind of my big pillar in life.
That is important.
So I was very fortunate to have a good relationship with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the therapy, and I understand that therapy, because especially depending on what the individual's gone through, like it's not easy. And I like to stress that, because if you're having to like encounter or relive or deal with your demons, there's a reason you don't want to deal with them. So it takes a lot of fortitude and support and love to kind of really go through it successfully.
Yeah. Around the same age, I did it myself. I was just writing a lot, writing in journals and trying to figure my crap out. But I think it's a really important thing that anyone at any time can do self-reflection and try to fight those demons. But it's really great that you had a support system. That's really important. A lot of people don't. So I think that definitely had a hand in it. But it's great that you were close to your mom.
Your credit, I mean, I definitely feel like you've definitely turned out to be a great person too. So
I do my best.
You can't limit yourself.
Yeah, it's just my only issues now, I think, are being limited. Like not being able to go where I want to go or do what I want to do. But I've done the work when it comes to my own self, my own issues. And as you know, my mother passed away recently. God, it feels so weird that it was only in August, because it feels like it was like 1,000 years ago. It's really weird. Time gets weird when you're dealing with that kind of emotional stuff and that kind of stress. Time is odd.
Yeah.
But that was definitely hard for me, because she was not able to be the kind of mother that would have been supportive and helpful to me growing up, especially being trans. But even without that, it was hard. It was hard. I have a lot of trust issues, but I've done my best to still be open, to never close that door so hard that you can't love, you can't recognize cool people, and I'm somebody that always wants to love and be open and get to know people, even if I'm scared, because
good.
I think closing the door is just, you're hurting yourself more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you got to be careful. You can't just throw yourself at somebody and trust them completely. It's that balance, right? It's a tough balance.
I think one of the cool things about at least our format with being online and kind of VTubing is, especially with you being trans, is the beauty of it is it really takes away that as it's not important. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We're sharing, at the end of the day, things that we all love and enjoy together.
Yeah.
And I think it reinforces the really cool things about I think people in general, where we learn a lot more about them, about who they really are, and ultimately the things that really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think stripped of that dependency that society has on your looks, your appearance, and assuming things about, assumptions really kind of kill relationships. I think that, we all still have them, but when you strip away that dependency on the appearance of someone, and you just try to get to know them, and you're really just enjoying their personality, I think that makes you really know the person. And so yeah, I as a trans person, that is absolutely appealing. That it's you don't have to worry about all that stuff. So we were talking a little before we started, and you were talking about how you did kind of want to pursue art, but you didn't full force do that in school. Is that something you still want to do?
That is a great question. So growing up, being the nerd that I was, very big into 90s anime and manga, and living overseas, I couldn't get a lot of it in English. So I'd primarily get them in Thai, or there was a Kodansha Japanese bookstore that
Are you kind of fluent in Thai? Or
I can speak a little. I can greet. I call it taxi Thai. I know enough to where I can get around.
Right.
But in terms of having an in-depth conversation, they would probably just look at me in embarrassment. But getting back to the question, I always wanted to be a manga artist and writer, because I always wanted to tell stories through that medium, because I've always been in love with it. And got into it. That was what I was pursuing in school. And then when we had to transition and move to the States, I couldn't ship any of my art supplies. And so it just kind of took a back seat. Didn't have my sketchbooks anymore, so I just focused on other things. And then also dealing with the what was it? I don't want to say trauma, but the change from moving to Thailand to the United States was
that's culture shock.
Life-changing.
Yeah,
so it was a huge culture shock, and adapting and kind of realizing that things were no longer the same, forging new relationships. It took a lot out of me.
Yeah.
And then also realizing that what was very popular in Southeast Asia wasn't as popular over here.
Right, that must have been weird. Any examples?
Well, because anime and that art style is very prominent in advertising,
right,
and on commercial stuff. And in the States, it was very secular in terms of you had a few shows. It was almost like a social taboo, at least around the area I was.
Definitely, yeah.
So it was just kind of like adjusting to like everything I love.
Nobody, yeah, it was
I don't have
hard.
anyone I can interact with
Right.
in regards to that. And I looked like someone that didn't enjoy that stuff. I looked very preparatory, very jock-like, because at that time I was active in playing varsity rugby overseas.
So they would have been like, "You like that weird stuff?"
Yeah.
Oh God. That's another thing about the VTubing streamer world, is that we all love anime, we all love manga, we all are the weirdos, right? You know, I mean, it's less of that now, but even and it's so open. You can be a jock and you can love that stuff, and it's no big deal. Nobody cares. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, to your point, yeah, it's become a lot more normalized. Conventions are big. We finally have all these Marvel movies and stuff that are
right. But I find that the Marvel stuff, you know, the superhero stuff, you know, like you can like that. People can like that and not necessarily have any idea about anime. You know, like.
But what I'm trying to get at is in terms of like that still would have been something that wasn't as popular because of it originating from comics.
Right. Only nerds like that, right?
Yeah. But like now, like heck, I was so happy to see Demon Slayer and Mugen Train in theaters, you know? Things like that. So I'm glad that it's growing and becoming more popular. And it's fun to share. I love those stories.
I think that I don't know if you say Ghibli or Ghibli.
I say both, depending on who I'm talking to, because
those films really did. Yeah, those films really did break into the mainstream of American Western type society, and I think that could only help. That definitely helped. And of course, you know, it slowly grew there, more mainstream. But yeah, Ghibli definitely helped that.
Yeah, and I think the more bigger popular titles do help, because I mean, we did have to deal with a while like very obscure and niche titles that were for a very specific group.
So did you find something? Sorry, did you get into manga first before anime?
I got into anime first because that's what I was exposed to as a child. Like I was watching like the first runs of Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball Z,
right?
And we had I think it was an Australian network that had anime in English when I was like in my early teens. Because we didn't get English television until I was probably around 12.
What about like the Japanese stuff?
We would get that, but like a lot of it was dubbed in Thai, because anime and manga was super popular in Thailand. They just translated it real quick for their local market.
Could you read that?
No.
Okay.
I wish I could speak and read Thai fluently. If I had known what was going to happen in my life, I would have taken it more seriously.
That must have been hard. You must have been like, knowing this.
Oh yeah, and like when I visited the States, I was like amazed that everything was in English on TV. I was like, man, you guys don't know how good you have it.
No, well, that's just Americans in general. No, they don't.
Yeah, and like the funniest thing, like, is because I wouldn't watch Dragon Ball Z all the time. It took me years, I mean years, to realize that Goku and Super Saiyan Goku were the same person.
I kind of know. I kind of skipped that whole Dragon Ball Z Pokemon era. Like I wasn't a kid, and I'm very like I like anime style to be less kiddie, you know, less kind of that kid look and more, you know. I like my anime people to be hot.
Yeah, that's fair. But I think I run the full gamut.
I'm amazed. You must have been into Pokemon, weren't you? Aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, everybody's playing the new Pokemon game, but you're here with me. I really appreciate that. That's amazing.
I know. It's funny. I went to the midnight launch last night to make sure I secured my copy. Yeah.
Okay. How'd that go?
But yeah, I've been playing it ever since the first releases back in like '96. Because we first got it as a Pocket Monster, so we first played it in Japanese, Then
Oh
I
wow.
finally got it in English, which was amazing because I could read that. But yeah, a lot of games I'd play in Japanese first before playing the English version because we'd get those first.
Right.
And what's really interesting is the market in Thailand. There's a really cool black market where like a lot of consoles back then were modified, and you could buy games for like less than $1.
Oh my god.
Um,
Ah,
because
what a time.
yeah, yeah, it was great. Like I had all these illegal copies of games, but they didn't have it set up for buying it legally, so it was kind of on
What
them
was
at
your
the same
first
time.
console?
Oh, I started playing games on my father's Commodore 64,
There you
but in
go.
terms of our earliest consoles, we had like the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then I got the Genesis.
We had
And we
one
had
of
the Super
those.
Nintendo, we had the PlayStation. Like we went through
Yeah.
iterations. Every family, or our, with the exception of my mother, our family are all gamers.
Awesome.
So we always jumped in on that to play as a family kind of thing.
Rhea says it used to be a given that any animated video was thought of as a children's fare here in the States. True. Anime during our time when we were discovering it was so odd to most people. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
They didn't even know. They didn't even know any of it. Yeah.
and I'm not going to get into it, but I'm curious from your perspectives. Did they merge or like the adult content of that kind of stuff with the regular content in terms of it both being accessible at the same place, same time, and
Yeah.
not being able to? Because we had that over too in like Southeast Asia, and it just blew my mind because it was like I should not see this as a kid.
Yeah, we had this this comic place, right? And it was the only place that had anime, and so we would go there, and it was like, wow, there's this naughty section here, right by the kids section. It was like, and kids go in here, and it was like, these tentacle things, whoa.
They're plants. They're plants.
Yeah, and you know, I was like, okay, we got to find out what this is, and boy, did we find out what that was, and then it was like, well, now I know.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely scarring for me. I had some unique friends that were like, "Oh, I gotta show you." But yeah, I wanted to divulge. But man, was it?
I just found it funny
like,
for the most part.
Being a kid wasn't interesting. Being a kid at that point in time was very interesting.
Twin dolls, yeah. Ray remembers the hentai more than anything. Yeah. But yeah, we were adults already, so. But it is, yeah, I remember that. It was like the time where everything was in one place. So
yeah, because I don't think they could get away with it in this day and age. So that's why I was just really curious, because it was like, man, it was the Wild West for me.
Yep. And there's part of it that I remember those times kind of fondly, weirdly enough. Mm-hmm. I don't know, probably just because I started discovering stuff, but I mean, all right, since we're like leaning into this topic, so what's your favorite anime or a couple of them? Because I know it's hard to pick like just one.
Okay, so my favorite artist of all time is Shiro Masamune or Masamune.
Hey, it's like Masamune.
That did Ghost in the Shell and stuff like that.
Right.
My favorite piece from him was Appleseed.
I saw some of that. Yeah. Wait. Was that a game too?
So they've done some games of it. I haven't played it, but I loved the Black Horse run on it. I wish they would do a reprint because I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars for something that is old and potentially not in good condition.
Right.
But I loved his art. That was a big influence on my life. Ghost in the Shell when that came out in theaters, or and like Akira. So that individual is my favorite artist. In terms of like current, that's got me thinking. Let me look at my manga real quick behind me.
Do you like the dark action kind of stuff?
I do, yeah. But I like. So, like, did you ever watch or read Gunsmith Cats?
No. Gunsmith Cats.
So that was kind of a popular series in the 90s.
Gunsmith Cats.
Some of the artists, my favorite artists, are like really old now. Like, I really love Yu Watase, Ken Watanabe. In terms of current stuff, like I love the art style from Hiro Mishima that did Fairy Tail.
Okay.
Um, and then I would also say, ooh, in terms of style, Tsukasa Abe or Abe.
What about story?
Story, like my favorite story of all time.
Well, an anime, yeah.
Oh gosh, okay.
I mean, you can answer if it's just whatever.
No,
That's
it's a
fine.
good question, but like, part of me wants to be like, do I want to pick something from my childhood because of how it resonates with or how it was important to me, or like something now that I
You can do
just
both.
feel like,
I'll allow two. Go ahead.
okay, that's good. So if we were going with childhood, I would say probably my favorite series or anime was Flame of Recca, which wasn't as popular stateside, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know it.
It
What's it
kind of
about?
followed the same vein as Yu Yu Hakusho in terms of there being like a giant tournament arc.
Ah,
But essentially, it was this ninja that had these flame powers in the
ooh,
form of dragons
ooh,
that he would master over time,
nice.
that were also ancestors from their ninja clan.
Okay, well, I love anything with dragons, so that's cool.
Yeah. So, and like eventually he gets like 8 fire dragons, and they come as
Nice.
tattoos on his arms, and he can.
Ooh,
Each dragon gives him a specific skill or magical ability,
okay.
and then eventually he learns to combine the dragons into different techniques and stuff.
Have you ever seen Yona of the Dawn?
No, but it has been recommended to me.
It is so good. It's a cross between. It's got dragon stuff, guys who have
Okay.
dragon blood, but then it's also got all this sort of like epic historic drama stuff to it. Lots of political intrigue. The characters are beautiful.
I definitely need to check it out.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now, and
It's really good.
That art is gorgeous.
The art is amazing, and the manga goes much longer than the anime. I don't know why they stopped, but they stopped too soon.
That's funny. The same happened with Flame of Recca. The manga went past. And
Maybe
they
it
never
was
renewed the
just
seasons.
too much for them to do. I don't know what it was. There's a lot going on with both relationships and political intrigue and all of it, and it's epic. It's so epic. So yeah, I recommend that, and it has all the dragon stuff.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Look into that. In terms of like most current, I would have to probably say it's probably Demon Slayer, most specifically the movie.
I need to get around to watching it. Look, I watched like one episode. It's terrible.
Oh my goodness, you need to definitely catch it.
I know. I'm assuming
but yeah,
it gets
blew me
better and
away.
better. Yeah.
It does. I want to order the box set of the manga and kind of read ahead.
Mm.
But the movie, the level of detail, and just some of the characters, it really blew me away.
I haven't seen the movie. We started watching the series, I think, and
well, the movie made
that's-
me cry more than I thought I would. Like
Really?
that, and I think like if
well,
if
is the
you
movie
get
like
me
an
to- if you get me
origin? Is it an origin story? Or is it? Does
to-
it?
No, it continues, but there's stuff in there that I
Oh.
wasn't expecting, and so that's kind of I don't want to spoil it because that's
Should I
kind
see
of
the
what-
movie first or the anime series first?
Watch the anime to a certain point because then the movie takes place right after, like
Okay.
the first full season,
Okay.
and then it jumps back into the series.
Okay. I'll
But yeah, it's phenomenal. At least that's my personal opinion.
So you're kind of into like the demon stuff and the dark stuff.
I love like martial arts fighting. I love
Yeah.
things
like
that
that
kind of
stuff too.
show morality.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in kind of more of an instant move, that's why I also like the Hiro Mishima stuff because I like stories that encourage like the power of friendship and stuff. Because at your like, if you're just looking at it objectively, it's kind of a little silly. But I always feel that message is very important to retain.
I really wish, it feels like when you're young. I'm getting philosophical here, but it feels like when you're young, you were told friendship is magic. Not to quote ponies, but it's friendship is everything, right? And they reiterate it over and over in movies and everything you see. And then when people get older and they get married and they have their kids or whatever, or even if they don't, even if they just get older and they have to work jobs and stuff, people forget it. So many people forget it. It's better in this community, in our community, but I feel like not enough people keep that with them. They kind of get, like I have so many people I've lost touch with simply because they're so into their worlds, into whether it's their lover or their family or whatever it is, or just work. And it just feels like they forget how much friendship is so important. It's so important to keep those ties that, I mean, for me, I never had like a really good family. So for me, friendship has just been everything to me. It's so important to me. And I just yeah, I mean, you have that in anime, you have that in that story, that moral. And I wish more people carried it with them as they get older.
Yeah, and I would say I feel that's also kind of an American behavior, because we definitely go for the independent route where you've got to do what you want to do in lieu of how that may impact others. Because we're a very individualistic society. Where I grew up, it's more of a collectivist society, so it's more community oriented.
So of course,
I feel that may play into it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying, because I had the same deal.
Yeah. Also, I mean, of course, you've seen Neon Genesis Evangelion. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah. Of course. Evangelion, however you want to say it, I don't know. But talk about philosophical.
Yeah, so philosophical. Like my brain melted.
Yes, it's very brain melting. Yeah. But the whole thing with like the absolute terror field, and like and like how we keep that wall up, and we don't want to be hurt, and we don't want to have that sensitivity around anyone, and it's terrifying, and that is part of it too. I mean, I do think what you were saying about Americans being very individualistic and told that money and having the white picket fence and the kids and all that's very important, right? But I think it's also just everybody has that sort of like fear of getting close. It's sort of like a weird human thing. And some cultures better at it than others, and some people better at it than others. But yeah, what Evan Gale on? Yes,
Evan Gale, is that you?
Hi, Evan Gale. How are you? But yeah, amazing anime. Never read the manga, but scary as hell.
Really good.
Scary as hell. It's hard. It's one of those that it's one of those that I would list as one of my favorites, but it's too terrifying to list.
Yeah, I would do that too, because that and like it did so much. I
mean, influence.
Not just that, but like I guarantee you, if you say anime to a lot of people, that's like what the first thing.
One of the big ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's done a lot for popularizing, I felt. Oh man, you know what? Now that brings back some old memories.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to know if this is something you have done or Ray have done, but back in the days of dial-up, being an anime nerd, did you ever get into like the Yahoo clubs and like the role playing groups that would
no, not the role playing groups, but here's the funny part is Ray and I actually met through actual tabletop role playing.
Get out of town.
No, I'm not kidding.
For real?
Yeah, for reals. We were playing something similar to D&D. It wasn't D&D, but it was like, I think it was called Ars Magica. And I was a wizard. She was a wizard. But yeah, we met through mutual friends at a role playing game. Cool. But we didn't get into online role playing through those old groups. But we definitely we joined groups and stuff, and yeah, we did all that. Oh god, dial up was freaking pain, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember I remember because I remember not knowing anything about Sailor Moon, and then there was like a group like, "Hey, we need a tuxedo mask. You can play him." It's like,
You're like, sure.
all right,
All right,
yeah.
sure.
Because back then I was just like,
all you have to do is
I'm
throw
just
a
gonna be real,
rose,
yeah,
throw a rose, and spout some sort of supportive poetry, and you're gone. It's fine.
yeah. But it was just amazing to like once you found something, like the lengths you would go to try and incorporate it in other things. So yeah, I was very big into that kind of stuff, and like Pokemon.
So you were
was still
you were like
popular.
VTubing before it was a thing.
Well,
In
yeah,
a
but
way.
it wasn't. It was just, I guess, it was just more for just goofing around.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know they had stuff like that. I didn't really explore that much.
It was a very unique era.
Yeah. I don't know what time frame that was. Was that like late 90s or?
It had to be from like 98
2000?
to like 2000.
Yeah. God, cusp of the millennium.
Like
yeah, cusp of the millennium. Where we were supposed to have the end of the world and didn't.
Yeah, that was
Oops.
that was silly to get freaked out over.
Yeah, it was. It was funny. But yeah, that was an interesting time, and it's so amazing to be somebody that, and I guess you feel this too, that experienced both worlds. It's almost like pre-2000, post-2000 in a way, you know, like it's like two different worlds. Like, you know, we knew of a time where there was no internet. And can you imagine, like, kids now, like, couldn't even imagine it.
Yeah, when I was younger, we would all the community kids would bike together, play together.
Mm-hmm.
We played sports and tag and all that. And then, yeah, there was that shift from doing all that to more technologically based activities like gaming.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much. Well, no, I did play a lot outside when I was young. I did, but even just you know, I don't know, just not being able to know so much, not being able to just like ask, you know who, how to spell something, or
Jeeves,
the Echo, you know, or just instantly find out things. Or there's a good side and a bad side to it, but like, gosh, kids now can have just like access to everything, you know, so fast. It's a totally different world. It's like, I can't tell if it's making people smarter or not, or the worst, like the other way. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's tough because yeah, it does have its I don't know. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to it.
No, it's complicated, but it feels like information is so fast now. And you know, it could make a brain mushy. It could possibly. Because we had to look, we're already there. Oh well, too late. But yeah, I mean, experiencing both of that, it feels almost like we were time travelers or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Well, yeah, because we can tell future generations what it was like before dial-up, and even dial-up, how internet was so different. And
I assume
cell phones with minutes.
Yeah.
And like free after 6 p.m. Unlimited minutes after 6 p.m.
Oh gosh, I would high five you, but I can't. We don't have the arms. But yeah, it's almost like I feel like that's probably how people felt like the turn of the century and like the late 1800s to 1900s. Like it must have been weird, like because the industrial revolution, you know.
Yep.
Like they didn't have phones. They didn't have record players. Yeah. That's very, very true. So I have a question about how. Well, let's see. I kind of feel like you already answered that, but I'm not talking about physical here when I ask this question. How similar are you to your VTuber persona?
Oh, not at all.
Really?
Like I have facial hair. I'm bald.
No, not physical.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. And like you just told me that. I'm just like, okay.
See, it's making us stupider. Yeah. Too much info.
In terms of personality and like what I would say, I would. Okay, I think the best way to answer that would be, it's my ideal self. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
If I could be that person every day, that's who I'd want to be.
But I mean, like,
what I mean by that is because of the communities that I've been exposed to within the VTubers, wanting to be positive, inclusive, and encouraging, and have people feel like they belong and can be who they want to be without fear of being an outcast,
Right.
things like that.
I mean,
And
like,
always being positive.
right, that is hard to do. It is hard to do. We all have our bad days, so it is hard. You have to kind of like, every streamer has to like put that aside and either not stream that day or just pretend it's not happening. You're fine, you're good, it's all golden.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, besides that, just like your persona, when you're streaming, or just like how much of you you're putting yourself into it.
It's probably it's just an avatar, like I'm myself. I've accidentally used my real name on stream once.
Whoops.
Which was funny. Well, it was funny because I was playing with Aubrey, and I think Aubrey caught on, but was like cool enough to be like, well, we'll not focus on that.
It never happened.
Yeah.
God.
And it's I'm not usually like worried, like, because I'm the silly bozo that when he was being professional, like, used his real name for everything. And there are caveats to that I didn't realize in terms of not everyone out there is rooting for you.
Yeah.
So it only takes a troll, and I also want like my the anonymity to help protect people that I do care about. Because like I am friends with some bigger streamers that you wouldn't know that I'm friends with just because they're not VTubers. They do their own thing and all that. And I don't want people to be able to figure out who their real information is because
you have to be careful. I got hate rated on my birthday. That was fun.
Oh my goodness. Like, don't people have better things to do?
No, they apparently don't. It's very sad. But my mods were there for me, thank God, and we got rid of them, and we checked everything, and we did the things. We had a bit of a protocol. We were okay. We got through it, and you just have to keep going, right? You can't let that stuff get to you. And I felt very overwhelmed by. I mean, I was annoyed and I was upset, but I felt so much the love from both my chat and the mods, and I just felt like that's what really counts, and I kept going. But yeah, you have to be careful. You definitely have to be careful. It's a wonderful community, amazing community, but haters are everywhere, and it's just so hard. But yeah, I'm the same way. Like I'm basically myself, but like what you said, like your ideal self. I think the only
and like I would hate playing games that I don't want to play.
It's hard. Ray and I were just talking about this last night. As a streamer, I don't know if you felt this yet. You probably have, but we just realized that we might love playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, but nobody wants to watch it. hardly anyone comes and watches it, and it's really sad because I love it. It's addicting. It's fun. It's happy. We love Disney stuff, and we love hanging out with them and doing the things, and you get treasures, and it's fun. But it's just not popular. I don't know why. It should be, but it's not. So it's hard to balance it. What I'm trying to say is it's hard to balance it. Like, you want to play what you want to play, right? But it's also got to be what people want you to play, and it's hard. You gotta balance both and love the game, but it's got to be something people want to watch. And I'm sure you've come across that too. Yeah.
And so what I've done, because I did run into that problem, was I decided I'm going to pick games that I would enjoy playing, but are different from the ones that I would probably sink a lot of my personal time into and play. So I might play more pixel-based platformers and things like that on stream, as opposed to like maybe a role-playing game that I just want to suck in and really, really get into.
Or do you feel like if you do that, if you play something that you're really, really into, you'll just go quiet?
Yeah, because I'm very much, I get really into the world.
So does that mean like? But everybody loves Final Fantasy, so that's safe.
True. So and I think what's really cool about especially the Final Fantasy VII remake, which I will stream at some point, is that it's fully dialogue. I don't have range as a voice actor, so it's like, this 11-year-old girl gonna sound like me. This 36-year-old male, gonna sound like me. This dog, it's gonna sound like me.
Woof.
Yeah.
I,
Thanks, mister. You really saved
I
me.
actually do voices. I do the voices. I try to when I play Genshin, and I don't know what it is. I have not been able to get myself to get into Final Fantasy, and I don't know why. I feel like it's that sort of hyper realism thing, the sort of 3D
It might
look.
be. You know what? I have an idea.
Forming in your brain.
So
Yeah.
because I'm like, Final Fantasy is up there with a few other series for me. I think for you it's got to be the right Final Fantasy, and I would say either doing, since for your streams, if you wanted to try it out, not saying you have to, but
yeah,
I would try either Final Fantasy X, because that's a beautiful love story,
Aw.
or the Final Fantasy VII remake, because it's a lot easier to play. It's fun to play. Everything's, like I said, fully voiced. It's very well done. And you're not held back by old gaming tropes that may not be as fun as they were in the 90s.
Right. I don't want to do anything too old. But how's the animation though? Because like, I think one of the reasons why I finally got into something like that's role playing, which is Genshin, is because it's so fluidly beautiful in the 2D world. It looks like an anime. It looks like a 2D anime. Part of it's the story, and it's engrossing and all, and it's fun. But like, it's definitely the look of it. Like I said, I like my anime characters to be kind of pretty and 2D.
So do you prefer like, in terms of like graphical, do you like the anime aesthetic more so than a more hyper realistic version for characters? Okay.
I mean, because then I get that weird uncanny valley problem. Where it's like, like and then their mouths don't. I'm not saying Final Fantasy is this way, but a lot of those type of games, their mouths don't move right according to how physics work, and like true, and like how people talk. And I think people are kind of desensitized to it, but I'm so weirded out.
I will say, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake, granted, I am biased to take it with a grain of salt, but I feel the lip syncing was perfect. Even for like, it looks believable in Japanese, looks believable in English. I thought they did a superb job. Now, if you're looking for an anime aesthetic and you wanted something to really get into, you've played the Tales games, haven't you?
I have. Well, no, I can't say I have. Rhea has, and I've watched because. I actually really loved. Weirdly enough, I liked the Dawn of the New World. I know a lot of people don't, but I really loved it. It was weird and silly, and yet still epic. And I liked the characters and stuff. The original one was cute. It had some really intense, serious moments, but it was overall cute. And then later. There's been other ones, but Rhea just got them on sale, so she'll probably play them at some point.
Okay, good.
Oh, she tried Arise. It was not for us. It took out a lot of the funny of the Tales games and kind of. It was so serious. And then they gave you a boss like immediately that was so hard, and everything started off like really kind of. Everything was sand and dirt and slavery, and I was like, maybe I just felt oppressed. I don't know what it was, but that one was not for us so much. But yeah, some of the Tales games are really good.
Well, what about Ni no Kuni?
Rhea she played the which one was it, Rhea? Was it the first one? But I think
both of them.
You play both of them? Oh, what about the what's the other one you like? It's sort of half farming, half RPG. What's it called? I always forget the name.
Rune Factory.
Rune Factory. We got to get the more later ones because Rhea was like really into that one. I don't know. Genshin is the only one that I've ever actually just like enjoyed playing. I can't really figure out why, because I really like RPGs a lot.
Well, it is very beautiful and it has that aesthetic. So I understand that, because when I play it, I feel like, well, I'm just an anime character now. Right. In this world.
I get to be an anime guy. Yeah, it's like dream come true. But it's also the play style. I think that the fighting, it just, I don't know. I mean, I can't say it was easy off the bat. It wasn't. I had to figure it out a bit. But it definitely, I don't know, it spoke to me a lot more than others. But and I'm not too much into farming, which is kind of funny because in Disney Dreamlight, that's what you do a lot. But you do other things too. But like when I tried to play Animal Crossing, I was so bored. I didn't want to be bored, but oh my god, I was so bored. It was like, okay, so I did a thing, I fished, I did a thing, and now the Nook guy won't let me buy anything because it's 10 p.m.
That is part of the formula.
Yeah, and I got like, well, now what? I don't know. They are cute. It's a cute game, but I couldn't handle it. I guess I was too hyper and too anxious. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts was great, and they did have Final Fantasy characters in it. And I loved that. Was pretty much that was what I did before. I never considered myself a gamer because I was usually just watching Rhea play the games. I never really got into it myself until I started streaming, and it was like, oh my god, I guess I'm playing games. This is weird. So now I'm basically in the midst of exploring, because exploring what I like and just trying stuff that I can get. I was very surprised that I liked Phasmo. That was weird.
Yeah, I like horror games a lot. I'm a scaredy cat, if I'm being honest. I get scared easily.
I wouldn't peg you as one.
To recover. No, most people would. Okay, this is how bad I am. If I'm going to full confession,
go for it.
When I was younger, dressed up as Batman, no less, the one without fear. We went to a haunted house, and we went with my dad, I think, was there, my sister, myself, and then 2 of the neighbor kids. When we got in there and had to run through all the scary stuff, I picked up, and I regret this to this day, my friend's little brother and used him as a shield throughout the entire haunted house, like holding him in front of me and just throwing him at everything that was terrifying me.
Wait, what?
But yeah, it was bad. Like,
how did he handle it?
Oh, he was terrified. He was crying.
Oh my god, Maako!
Yeah, it was not my greatest moment.
Wait,
I'm very ashamed of it.
How old were you?
Old enough to know better.
Oh my god, that's great. Okay,
but it was that gut instinct of, if it's me or him, I'm throwing someone to the wolves.
Nice. Well, I guess did he need therapy later? What happened?
Oh, when we left, he was just nothing but tears.
Oh
and
my god.
Like shaking, and I'm like, I don't know what happened to him.
Did you? I don't know what happened to him. I'm fine. Did you buy him cookies or something? Did you make it up to him?
No, I don't think I did. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah, not my proudest moment. I may have said sorry. I don't even know if I said sorry, but
it was a blur. It was all a blur.
I just know I was terrified. Funny. I was like, I gotta
That's so funny. I have never in all my life been afraid of a haunted house. Because they're so cheesy usually, you know?
Well, it was cool because this one was put on by Marines. And it was a house. So the smart thing that they did, which was terrifying for a kid, is they had someone in there with a real chainsaw.
Okay.
And the person would chase you down a hall.
Oh God.
Because the lights are out, these geniuses put mattresses throughout the floor, so you would hit them and fall.
Oh jeez.
But you'd fall onto a mattress.
Oh jeez.
But then the person's still like approaching you. You hear the chainsaw. There's no chain, but you don't know that because it's dark.
I'm just wondering, how old was the kid that you used as a shield?
Probably like 6 or 7. Yeah, it was like, I was not proud of it.
Oh my god! And now he's deathly afraid of chainsaws and beds and mattresses.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm the reason for that person's therapy now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and he's like, that guy. I'll never forgive him.
Rightfully so. I mean, yeah, it wasn't the best back then. So.
Well, I don't know how to absolve you. I don't know. Say some Hail Marys or something. You're good.
You can't absolve.
I can't absolve you. You're unabsolvable. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh well, you're a shark. It's fine. Sharks are never sorry. Don't you know? Wow. I'm not that bad. I'm really not that bad, but I don't like, see, okay, I don't get scared easily. Like Rhea has a thing about aliens. I don't care really, because it's not that I don't believe that they could that they could exist. I just don't think they're out to get us or like take us away and you know, do things to us and probe us. And I mean, maybe some are, but I don't have like a fear of it. Like, it's not gonna, like, I don't think they're gonna come down in my condo and get me. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like,
because I don't have a fear of probing, but if that were to start happening, I think
you did that on purpose. You did that on purpose, man. You did that on purpose. Oop. There it is. It was late. I don't know if you're probing, but
if someone says I was going to probe you, I would start feeling fear real quick.
True. It depends on who's going to probe you, honestly.
Yeah.
But if it's one of those little gray aliens
Safe
with the big
word
white
is pineapples.
Pineapple. Probe me, daddy. Sorry. There's the post-COVID. Okay. Anyway, wait. Are we talking about? Wait. I don't think there are any really good-looking aliens. I don't think. They don't look like
not the xenomorphs, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely not them. Oh my god. See, okay, that is the one alien thing I would be scared of, because that's more like about. See, for me, it's all psychological. That's what I was gonna say. For me, I get scared of the meanings behind something. So that's a movie that is really about rape. It's not about aliens to me so much as about rape, and forced impregnating. You know, it's
is fascinating, and I never thought of it that way. But you are 100%
it's absolutely
right
true
in terms of like that is but that's like wow, yeah. I did not never occurred to me, not once, because they're aliens. But yeah,
Rose, you know, just know they're not sexy. They're rapists, okay? But I don't know. They are kind of sleek and cool. I'll give them that, kind of like motorcycles or something. But I don't know. It's psychological to me. So I don't know. It's stuff like that, or for me, I don't like blood and guts or things about serial killers. Because I feel so, maybe it's an empath problem for me. I don't know, but it's like I take it more seriously than I think anybody does, and I feel it like, look, the world's messed up enough, and there are actual serial killers in this world, and I can't handle it. Like I get very upset. I can handle like psychological thrillers, like Hitchcock movies or something. You know, or that on that level. But if it gets too bloody and gory and kind of, for me, it kind of over glorifies the monster. You know what I mean? And I can see so that. Psychologically, I can't deal with that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's why I have this fear of Dead by Daylight, because it's very much about, you know, the serial killer type is going to get you. Now I know you're not supposed to take it seriously. I get that, but I'm just not a horror film person because of that level of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I don't know if it's that I'm scared. Like, I don't actually feel like, oh, what's going to get me? But it's more like it grosses me out. You know what I mean?
Well, I think if I'm being pursued, depending on the context in the game, there's moments where I feel legit fear.
Oh, really?
And I think it's because I don't want to get caught. I always have that fear of getting caught.
That's because you used a kid to like protect you, and
that's probably why.
We are finding out that Maako has skeletons.
Just one, little boy skeleton.
Oh God, that's terrible. Well, you heard it here, folks. The truth is coming out. I don't know if I have a fear of getting caught. I don't like blood and guts. That's what it is. But you know, it's funny, when I was playing Phasmo, I think, okay, it was Echo who said something like, why are you not scared? And I was like, because like I think,
like that.
Yeah, because like I think she was trying to see, they were trying to, Jess and Echo were trying to see if I'd get scared of I don't know, some sort of weird thing inside the room. You've played it, I'm sure you've played it.
Oh yeah.
And in the room were like all these, like, I don't know, they were like I don't know what they were. It was like a ritual with like these guys in sheets. I don't know. And I was like, and they were like standing in the middle, and I was like, yeah. And then they did something weird, like they come at you or something, and she was like, how can you not be scared? I was like, I don't know. They're just guys. They're just dudes. I don't know. I was a little bit scared of the moment that I was killed pretty early on as a sacrifice. It was like an old lady coming at me, and I didn't like that. But it wasn't that scary. And again, I'm not really scared of ghosts. I don't really think ghosts are like that. I believe in spirits and the afterlife and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if you do, but I do. But I don't think they're any different than people in real life, which I know people can be scary. But I just don't fear the ghost. I don't have that. So maybe that's why I was cool about it.
That is interesting because like I have dual opinions on that totally contradict each other.
Oh, okay.
Whereas I will say I don't believe in ghosts. I'm a science guy.
Right.
Give me the science.
Yeah.
I also believe I lived in a haunted house for a while. So it's like, how can I wrestle with these two?
How did you know it was haunted? What was going on?
So I feel it was haunted because every night, same time at night, we would hear legit footsteps going up and down the stairs.
Like creaky noises?
So more, not necessarily creaking, but sounding like legit footsteps, to the point where I would go out and check and there'd be nothing there.
Oh, weird.
We also, when I was in community college in St. Louis, we went to a haunted house there where you could spend the night, pay money, spend the night, which I kind of want to do with friends, but I was mocking it the whole time up until a certain point where I swear I saw something. And I don't know if it was someone there that was like, part of making parlor tricks to make it more believable.
Right.
But I had that legit chill down the spine. I was like, okay, let's not tempt anything at this point.
I've never seen or heard anything. But I have had moments where you feel that sort of cold feeling where it feels like there's a staleness in the air. And I think that might be what a lot of people experience, but I've never seen anything. I've certainly never heard footsteps. I'm more of a feeling person too. I mean, I can sense and feel energies, but I've never seen it or heard footsteps. That must have been weird. Were you like in a house that was away from everything, or was it like?
Well, I was right by my bedroom was right by the stairwell.
Okay.
So I would always hear it. It was just one of those things where it happened like clockwork. So it didn't feel like, oh, it's just the wood changing based on the temperature in the house.
So like it could have been a spirit that just is repeating their steps, literally, like retracing their steps, literally.
Yeah, but like I never saw anything. It's just outside of feeling uncomfortable and there being no reasonable explanation.
Well, I mean, that's not that scary though to me, because I mean it's a little annoying. I'd be like, will you please be quiet? But
it wasn't scary outside of if you're like alone, you're like, what is the ghost going to do to me?
See, that's the part that I don't believe in. I don't think, first of all, okay, look, if we're gonna go, suspend our disbelief and stop not think about science. If we're gonna just go into like that there is an afterworld, there is a place where our energies go and we're spirits and blah blah blah. If you get into that, imagine how hard, and I always say this, but imagine how hard it would be if you were a ghost and trying to affect the physical world. Like how powerful would you? I just think that like we all tend to think that once you're a spirit, you become a Jedi. Like I'm just gonna make that thing move and kill people. I can't imagine that, like, even the worst person who dies and maybe stuck in a cycle or maybe they're haunting, whatever, I just don't think they have that kind of power. I can't imagine it. It's just, I don't know.
But there's also, and so this is where it's also interesting because like culturally in Thailand, like we have spirit houses that house the dead on properties.
Wow.
Like you'd give a food and stuff on a daily basis in honor of spirits. So it may not just be ghosts per se, but also other supernatural entities where that would make more sense depending on what culture you're part of. So where that's the thing that's Like if it's like
Well, that's hard. I
demon or
don't really
something.
believe in demons. That's like talk about way out there in the
True, but
non-scientific place.
a lot of
Sure.
cultures
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, they do. I
And
know.
like as a kid, one of the things that I was taught a lot, like if I was bad, the ghosts would get me.
Oh, so that
Those,
stuck with you.
like,
Yeah.
oh, gave me the
Yeah.
worst nightmares as
Oh
a kid.
no, no. Rhea says I've seen some stuff. Rhea, I know you experienced that Franciscan friar place with your uncle, but you actually saw it? I didn't know she actually saw it. I mean, we've only been married like a million years, but not there? Oh, wait, something else? Ew. Well,
So
okay.
I was talking about ghosts not too long ago with somebody, and I had a thought dawn on me, and I'm curious if you guys have a similar one. Have you ever heard, because I haven't personally, like ghosts of animals
Hmm.
being something? Because I can't remember any like stories of hauntings with ghosts being related to an
Yeah,
animal.
nobody ever thinks
It's
that an
always
animal hunts,
people.
but like, I mean, look, I think the animals think on a different level than we do. Like, I have a feeling that if an animal dies, they probably are just like, okay, I'm going to sleep. Well,
Yeah.
that would be a cat. A cat would think that. I'm just gonna go to sleep. Maybe they think about hunting. I don't know, but but I don't think animals, as sentient as they are, I don't think they have the same the same desires as humans. They're not like they're not gonna mess with people. They're not gonna like retrace their steps. I don't know. I mean, they have memories, but I don't. I mean, they have the ability to remember things. Well, not our cats, but other people's cats probably. But I don't think less OCD than humans probably, because animals are just in survival a lot, and they're just doing what they do, and they don't have sort of the psychosis that we have that we gain, and that's probably good and bad for them. But
True, but what about like dogs that like, because like you hear stories about dogs that will like stay by the graves of people that they loved and
aw,
things like that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
but that's
so,
loyalty and that's familiarity. But yeah,
mhm.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would haunt. Wouldn't be the same level. But I mean, yeah, maybe.
Well, I'm not saying haunt in a negative
Yeah,
way. I
just
think
like
it more of
yeah,
just being around and
right.
like you can experience something from them. Because I've never heard stories
Yeah.
about that.
But you notice that
I
like
always thought it was
people
interesting.
are so we were talking about individualism and how people are so stuck in their own worlds. Notice that like there isn't like, oh, I was visiting somebody in the park and I suddenly felt this warmth come over me and I feel like there was a spirit who was happy and nice. It's never stories like that, right? It's always like,
That's
oh,
true.
we feel something weird or we heard something weird and we can't explain it and it's scary and spooky, and it's always that, right? So if it was a happy dog, we probably wouldn't notice. If there was like a happy spirit of a dog, we wouldn't notice. It's sad, but we probably wouldn't. It's always like something we're scared of, right? Yeah, it's
That's deep.
sad. I don't know. That's the kind of guy I am. But dogs are great. Dogs or cats? What about you? Dogs or cats?
So I love dogs. Cats, I think it depends. Because I want to say I hate cats, but I don't, because there's cats that I've loved and was like, you're precious. And I
Right.
think it boils down to the personality of the cat. Because if the cat's
Right.
a jerk
Yeah.
or a butthead, it's like I will throw you into the trash.
I
But
will put you in front of me if there's a chainsaw.
yeah, like I saw the beginning of the Aristocats, and now I'm trying to relate to the butler. But if it's a sweet cat, like I'm like
Right.
all over that.
Right.
Like, oh, you're such a wonderful
Use
cat.
the cat
I'll
as the
play with you.
shield. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I've had cats who were just so sweet. And look, I have moments where my cats are really sweet, but then there's moments where like, okay, I have a tabby cat named Pan. You've probably heard of him. Maybe you have. I don't know. I speak about him a lot. But Panny, as we call him, is just a nightmare half the time. He's just like, he's so loud. He's just so loud. And when he wants something, it is the end of the frickin' world if you don't give him what he wants when he wants it. And yeah, he kind of like thought I was a zebra when he was little. So he would like jump up and gnaw the hell out of me, like on my arm, and I got like I got allergies from it and like got hives and stuff. And like, but then he loves me and he follows me everywhere like a dog, and he's like, he cuddles with me, and it's just he's so complicated. He's the most complicated animal I've ever experienced. So don't get one of those.
Yeah, no, but that's a very interesting relationship. But I guess I'm thinking about like there's some dogs that I also don't like. I guess it ultimately just boils down to the personality.
Yeah. Thank you so much for following, Devious Minion. Hello. Nice to see you. Welcome into the Sky Kingdom. We are doing Tea Time with Maako Rhapsody. Just chilling, just hanging, just talking about stuff, getting to know each other. Yep. So when you're not streaming, Maako, when you're not streaming, what you doing? What are your hobbies and stuff?
So I want to stream more, but I haven't streamed as much because I have decided the smart choice in my life at this point is to focus on my health.
Yes, important.
So that's very important. It's also part of what I want to get into as a streamer in terms of creating a health-focused community. And what I mean by that is I'm not being like, all of you need to work out with me now, okay? It's not like
Please,
that.
Yeah, don't do that.
But it's to love everyone where they're at, and if they want to make changes, encourage that, and kind of, like, how can I support you in that endeavor?
Sorry, I'm laughing at Ray. No, that's great.
Fine. Because personally, for me, like, I'm not where I want to be physically. I'm working on it with a personal trainer now. I'm doing really good. I'm working out pretty much every day. For the most part, for at least an hour, and I'm loving it. And it's something because I used to be a lot healthier when I was playing varsity sports and all that. But you realize as time goes by, you're not playing games the way you used to, or working out like you used to. Things change, and I just wanted to get back into that because that's part of what I want to encourage other people to do if they so choose. Because I hate people telling other people how to live their lives. That's not for me to decide.
Well, yeah, it's different for everybody. Like, and everybody has a different metabolism and immunity system. And like for me, I was never into sports. I was never a sports kid. I was never into like. I mean, I danced. I love dancing. I was actually into like ballet when I was a kid. It's hard because as you get older, as you know, things start breaking down. And then COVID hit me so hard. And well, hello, Devious Dark Soul. Thank you for following. So like, COVID hits hard. It hit me really hard. Some people
hit me hard too.
Oh, did it? Some people don't get it that bad. Like Rhea got sick for like maybe 3 days and that was it. But for me, it lasted like 10 months. It was bad. It was bad.
Wow.
And my immune system tanked. And I got so bad that like I was coughing in the middle of the night. I couldn't stop. It lasted for way too long. And I felt like, am I going to die? Is this it? It got that bad. And I got it like way before anybody. It was like in January 2020. I was
so you were like early bird special.
Yes, early bird special. That was me. It was horrible. And they couldn't do anything for you. So they were like, just breathe. Just try to breathe. If you can't, come to the hospital and possibly die there on a ventilator. And I was like, I'll stay home. Thanks. Because I think if I had to be separated from Maria, that would be worse than dying. So
I can feel that. Not to get gloomy or anything, but my grandmother was kind of the same way, where she was terrified of hospitals. But when she was, near death, and we had to take her a few times for things, someone had to stay with her 24/7. Like, it was so nice that the hospital made accommodations for us because she needed a family member to be at her side at all times, because she was very distrusting because of what they saw, what happened to her mother towards the end of her life.
Yeah, that's hard.
And I guess I should also clarify, because I don't know if I've ever gotten COVID. So what I meant, like, the change for me was like during that COVID shutdown, that hit me hard emotionally, mentally, not having access to the things that I normally did. So. Yeah,
I know it hit a lot of people hard. Me, I'm kind of a shut-in, so I didn't care so much. I honestly, the first part of it, I was just trying to live and breathe. So I didn't care. Hey, Devious, good to see you. Hi. But like after that, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? It's hitting me now. Now that my health is to a semi-acceptable level, I have the energy back. I can mostly breathe most of the time. I'm a lot better than I was. But I I've changed. I'm kind of a germaphobe. I'm scared. COVID still runs rampant. So it's hard for me to just go, yeah, I'm going to just go out and do things. So what I was trying to say about that is your body changes. And so it's like, I want to do things though. I finally have the energy back, but I probably can never do things like really heavy activities anymore. I start coughing, unfortunately, pretty quickly. So, yeah. But the emphasis on mental health is very important. Physical health is important, but I think everybody has a different definition and everybody can do different things with that. Physical health is hard for a lot of people, such as me. And, but just emphasis on health as much as you can be in your own way, I think is a really good thing. And if you're gonna cater to that idea on your streams, I think that's great.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. And part of like why I'm focused on is I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to tell people do this and then be like, not do what I'm encouraging other people to do. Well,
I really look forward to actually catching your streams. I think I was in one once, and I feel really bad about that. But I will catch them more in the future.
Well, you shouldn't feel bad. I mean, you've got your own life to live. Like, I don't think anyone should ever feel like they should have to watch a stream.
No, but I actually really do like catching streams of my friends. I like seeing what they're up to. It's something I really like doing. So I will definitely do it in the future. But it is hard. It is hard to balance everything, especially when you're in a relationship and trying to have a life. And the cats. The cats that own my soul. So would you say that like your favorite game is, would you say it was Final Fantasy, or what's your favorite game?
So I would say it's a two-parter. My favorite game is Suikoden and Suikoden 2.
I don't even know of that.
Well, you're in for a treat because if you don't get it, I'm buying it for you when it comes on Steam. Because that's how much I love the game. It's like want to like if this thing launches, like I'm gonna be its free advertising.
Awesome. What's it about? What's it like?
So they're RPGs. They're 2D sprite based because this was originally on the PlayStation back in the 90s.
Okay, cool.
But they're beautiful stories. There's with it being an RPG, you have 6 members in your party at any time. But it's also got one-on-one duels in the game. It's got your standard party fights, and it's got massive scale army battles. So it's very interesting in terms of the narrative. It's very it's personal, but it's also got a very military global impact feel to it, where you're building up a resistance army to fight someone that is in power that is not good.
That sounds pretty epic.
It is. I'll share some information with you later, because that's kind of what my tattoo is.
Cool.
Is based on one of the runes from that game.
It had that much influence on you. You're like, I need a tattoo.
Yeah.
Hey, Lala.
Hello, Lala.
Hi. How you doing tonight, Lala? Did you ever play? You had a Sega, right? Did you ever play Lunar Silver Star?
Yeah. Best game. Well, it was one of the best games.
One of the best games
Lunar,
ever. Yeah.
Lunar 2.
Yeah. Well, Lunar 2 was cool, but not as cool as the first one.
Yeah.
The whole ending with like, and it was like a musical. It was like so much music. I mean, Maria, she loves that. We both did, but like, and it was all about like, well, there were dragons too. So you must have loved that too, right?
Oh, heck yeah.
Quark.
I loved everything about it.
Yeah.
And the main character, really cool.
Alex.
Yep. I love that name.
Yeah. Alexander. It's a good name. I knew you'd know. It's so nice to like talk to somebody who knows these things. I don't know half the stuff you know, but you know the stuff I know usually. So it's nice. But yeah, that was a great game. Yay! Ray is like, yay! Lunar. Not a lot of people know or remember Lunar.
I keep hoping for a remake because
it would pop off. I think people are ready for it now. It was kind of before its time, I think.
Yeah, and the story still holds up. Like, it's a beautiful story.
Oh my gosh!
Especially, did you ever play Lunar 2?
We did. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you for the treasure. Thank you so much, Devious. Yes, we did. Wasn't that had like I can't remember his name. Oh gosh, what was his name? The main character. I remember Ruby.
Was it Nyal or something? No, that was
Null's the original.
dragon.
Null's the
Yeah.
original. Well, Null grew up. We're telling secrets, but
Spoilers for like a 30-year-old game.
Yeah. It's fine. They'll eventually redo it, right? Everything old becomes new again. Kronos! Hello, cutie. Thank you so much. 9 months. Kronos is having my baby, having my Twitch baby. Wow. Thank you. But yeah, Lunar. I bet Kronos doesn't know Lunar, even though Kronos is a time-traveling librarian. You're supposed to know these things. Hydrate, you're right, Mox. Oh, hello. Everybody's coming in. Hello. Is this everybody who doesn't play Pokemon? I appreciate you all. This isn't just a hydrate for me. You have to hydrate too, Maako, okay?
Okay, I got my tea. I'm good.
I'm hydrating with water. The good old-fashioned way. Thank you for shouting people out, Rhea. Thank you. Everybody follow Kronos.
But that does make me happy that you have been exposed to Lunar.
Yes, we loved Lunar so much, just so much, and I wish it had become an anime as well.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna look into that stuff again because it was. If there's like any petitions out there, I'm jumping on that.
Yeah, I should do that too. We should do that. I should have done that already. Should have been doing that for years. We just I'm totally like changing subjects, but we just like binged. Well, I just binged all of season 4. Well, no, it's not all of it, but most of what they have of season 4 of Manifest. Yeah, I don't know if you watch it. It's on Netflix. No,
I don't think so.
Well, I'm and this also happened with Lucifer, but like so many people freaked out, like you have to save the show, you know, and Netflix of course picked it up, and I wish that kind of fan base was for like those old games that got lost. Like Lunar was brilliant for the times, especially, and it would be so cool if there were enough of us to like, you know, petition something somewhere to like do something about it. I mean, they brought back Fruits Basket. They did that, and they redid that.
Yeah. Did you ever play Wild Arms?
What, say that again?
Did you ever play Wild Arms?
Wild Arms, like flailing arms.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
So that was also a 90s anime RPG.
Okay.
That
man, you know so much. You know so much.
Oh, it was my life. Literally my life. Like, but what's cool is it's there's a spiritual successor coming out from like original staff that's on Kickstarter.
Oh, that's cool.
So some of these gems I'm noticing, because the fan base is now like in the 30s. The people that are going to buy it have the money for it.
Mm. How do you start something like that? Like, we should do that. We should like bring back Lunar. I don't know how to do something like that. I would do whatever it took. Well, not whatever. I'm not gonna like, you know, dance nude or something. But
well, I wouldn't do that.
But I would support it.
you dance.
No. Yeah.
So I got a really good question for you now.
Oh.
So if you could bring back, we'll keep it small, maybe 3 or 4 like gaming series that are like defunct. Which ones would you want to bring back?
Gaming series? Dude, I'm just starting to be a gamer.
You know about
I'm like late in life. Well, Lunar. Yeah. God.
Maybe just one.
Just
we'll
one.
Do one.
Okay, a defunct game.
Maybe this is more of a rare question.
Yeah, it's a rare question. Well, I remember Vi. Did you ever play Vi? That's like a rare one that we played as an RPG. Vi was kind of like, it was kind of sort of cool. How did you spell that, Rhea? Yeah, it was like Vey, but like Vi. And it started with this old guy going, Vi was the armor of long ago.
Was it like YS?
No, not Viz, not that one. Vi.
Okay.
It was like somewhere between cool and somewhere between kind of weird and raunchy and silly at times. I don't know. It's a very, very unique RPG of the times. It was kind of like the same time frame as Lunar, but it was like, what if Lunar was less good? Same company. Oh, okay. Same company that did Lunar. Working Designs. There you go. We need to email. Well, I don't know where Working Designs. It doesn't even exist. Probably not anymore.
Oh my god! Yeah. I do know this game.
Did you play it?
I do know this. Well, I wanted to. I never got. Wait, no. I think I did. Yeah, I did play it for a bit.
It was fun. It was funny and silly, and we had a good time with it. Actually, it's one of those things where like you'd want to just like sit and eat pizza and be goofy and play it. I don't know. It just had that sort of like, I don't know. It was fun. Would I bring it back? I don't know. I would definitely bring back Lunar, but
yeah, Working Designs unfortunately went under. I really
what the hell happened?
They brought a lot. Money issues. It's what I think it was. So they started. The last stuff they did was the I think the Landgrisser titles. Because they did those over-the-top collector's editions for those things.
Maybe Final Fantasy kind of just like kicked off and killed them. But I feel like they were definitely ahead of their time.
They were. I think the one thing that they didn't like was because back then translations weren't necessarily accurate. It was just retranslated to kind of fit the theme of the market. Because I mean, a lot of jokes wouldn't transfer from Japanese to English, so it's like, well, what's the American equivalent or something that you can potentially use?
True, but I don't remember Lunar being that bad on that.
No, it wasn't really in terms of like some of the NPC talk where they would reference Wheaties and stuff, because that's an American thing and not a Japanese thing. Yeah. Because it was in one of the. If you ever watched the making of Lunar movies,
did we? Rhea, did we watch it? I have no memory. It's gone.
Because they had those with the games when they launched, like the Lunar game would come with
Silver Star Complete.
Like, yeah, and that had the full soundtrack, gaming soundtrack, the games, and then it also had a making of CD.
We must have watched it. It's just been a while.
Yeah, because I watched that thing. I was like, oh my goodness, something in English that's anime adjacent. Sign me up.
Definitely. Rhea, it would have made an awesome either pop opera or musical or whatever, because it had so much music in it. It had like, I remember that one scene, you know, when Luna just was on the ship and she's just like breaks out into that epic, beautiful song, and it was like, wait, what is happening? Because nobody did that. Nobody ever did that.
That was beautiful for its time too.
It really was.
That music.
Yeah.
And because the whole Luna goddess was all about song too. So
right.
That's why
music came into play. Sense. Yeah. It was so cool. It was like ahead of its time, and it should be brought back. It really should. I want to email someone about it. Damn it.
Yeah, that's like, who do we talk to? That's a good question. But yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. It's sad because I don't even know how we would. I don't know. It's so weird how like some things make it so big and some things don't, and it's odd. I don't know. Sometimes I just can't figure it out. Like, I mean, some things deserve it, but I don't know. Lunar definitely deserved to be more remembered than it is. The marriage of computer and animation was so wonderful. Yeah. It was ahead of its time. I'm telling you. And of course, anything with dragons in it is good. Most anything.
Yep. Hands down. And becoming a dragon master. So
come on. Yeah, who doesn't want to be a dragon master? I was like, sign me up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Have a little cute little baby dragon on your shoulder that look kind of like a cat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No.
Those would be perfect Halloween costumes too for your cats.
True. Well. My cats would not allow anything like that. Yeah, Final Fantasy was taken off. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know. I think we didn't get into it because we didn't have the system for it. We didn't have a Nintendo, did we? That was Nintendo, right?
Originally on the Nintendo. Then when Sony came out, they started moving the games over there. So like 7 and onwards, I think, because when it hit 3D,
Mm.
That's when they went to the Sony platform, and then
Yeah, we got the PlayStation 2, but we didn't ever get that. So, it was one of those like, oh, we have to choose one. you know. Yeah. Played a lot of Sonic.
Oh, I'm a big Sonic fan.
Sonic is great. Sonic is classic.
Yep.
I mean, I did play that. Does that count?
I would say it
played
counts.
Sonic. Yes. I think becoming a streamer, it's turned me more into a gamer than I ever thought I would be. When I first started, I thought, well, I'm gonna suck at this, and I'm just gonna basically just like, I don't know, hang out and chat with people and talk to people, and like maybe I'll watch some videos and just chill. I never thought I would get into games, and like here I am doing it. It's
I
weird.
think that's cool.
You think it's cool? Okay, you've all dragged me into your world.
Yeah,
No,
because I mean, a lot of people are just like, oh, it's not for me. But to find someone that's like that was never into it, that's like now like, oh,
I was
like
like
the appeal.
loosely. I watched more than I actually played.
Mhm.
I think I was always afraid that I'd be too stressed, because there is a level of gaming that gets stressful. You have to be okay with that, and I get stressed pretty easily. I say that, but then when I play Genshin, I'm so much more cool about it than Ray. Ray will beat that thing. It's just like she's like, I hate this game. But there is that level, and I don't like to be stressed. But I don't know. So I would always avoid games. But if it's like Sonic, that's easy. When you just go around collecting coins and zipping around, that's easy. You were more of a watcher too, Lala? Okay, yeah. So, but now I'm turning into an actual gamer. It's very weird. I still don't know if I feel confident enough to call myself a gamer, but
I think you should be able to. It's an activity for fun.
True. I think I'm a lightweight gamer, but still a gamer.
Yeah, I'm never gonna be a pro gamer. I'm just gonna be
No.
a gamer.
I'm not a pod gamer. No. I'm a really bad gamer, but it still counts. It still counts, right?
Well, yeah, if you're playing for fun, I mean, that's what all I care about. If I'm having a good time.
That's what it's about. I mean, that's what life is about, right there.
Yeah. Why put yourself into like I'm gonna do this because it makes me miserable.
Well, I think we're all told to do that. Get the job that's safe and do the thing you have to do and just survive. And even if it makes you miserable, you gotta do it. At least that's how I was raised. I don't know. But like, it's hard. I don't think that's what life is about. Life is about doing the things that you love, or at least trying your best to do what you love and possibly make money out of it if you can, and just enjoy things as much as possible. Which is why I like cake too much. It's a problem. Cake is good. So what's your favorite food is Thai food, like curry and stuff?
My favorite dish is called kamu, which is a pork-based dish. But curry, like Thai food in general, would be my default.
Do you like sweets, or are you somebody that doesn't?
I love sweets.
Okay. And then you have to go, and then you have to go work out.
Yeah, I have not had a lot of sweets lately because I've been a good boy. But I do love sweets.
I don't know what being a good boy is. My favorite dessert is tiramisu. That's the best.
That is good.
That's a good one. But I'll take cookies.
My favorite dessert, if I like would definitely be cookies.
Which kind?
So, did you ever go to Miss Fields or Mrs. Fields?
No. They had a place you would go. I know of Miss Fields. I remember that.
Yeah,
but like
they made the best cookies.
Like a real place.
It was like the Cinnabon of cookies.
Oh, were they chocolate chip?
Time has come.
They made all sorts of cookies. They were just like super soft and delicious.
Yes, soft cookies are the best in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, all cookies are pretty much good, but soft cookies. I have a soft spot for soft cookies. They're just slightly crispy on the outside, chocolate chip types. That's the best.
Yep, but I also love the hard cookies because I also love dipping in coffee.
Yeah, biscotti, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. My teeth don't like it, but
my favorite ultimate dessert would be like apple pie, like hot apple pie with ice cream on top of it.
Did you say apple pie?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. All for you. You can just eat it all for you, and the best part is you don't have to gain any weight. There you go. All yours. Yes, I'll put it in your head. There you go.
Nom, 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 nom.
You can wear the apple pie. That way you don't gain any weight. Just enjoy it.
Be like apple
smell
monster,
it.
like.
I really like apple pie, but it's like a mood thing for me. Like I have to be in the mood for apple pie because otherwise it's like I don't know, too tart, and I don't know. And of course it depends how it's made.
That is very important.
Do you cook?
No, I just consume at this point.
So you must be like you were lucky enough to have someone cook for you, maybe.
My father does primarily cooking for the household right now. I feel it's like once we get more of our own individualized places when we would diversify and I would do more cooking.
Do you do a big Thanksgiving or?
Not really, because there's only a few relatives here. I'm actually going to a Friendsgiving this year.
Oh, that's cool.
So that will be nice.
Very cool. My God, that's less than a week away. Oh my God.
It is.
That's crazy.
It'll be nice to catch up with people in the IRL, as the kids say.
As the kids say. Are you gonna bring anything to it?
I've offered to have a couple of dishes, but I was also thinking about potentially bringing some wine, just to expose people to some good wine, because I don't. Do you drink wine at all?
I do here and there, but again, it has to be sweet. My stomach is very sensitive, so I like sangria. I love sangria. I love Moscato's a little too sweet, but I do like it here and there. I like, semi-sweet plum wines. Those are good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, plum wine's good. Soju's really good. That's not the same thing for the wine I'm thinking of. I'm just thinking of alcoholic drinks I like drinking now.
Your mind is going into like, what can I drink? Are you a big winey?
Not as much as I would like to. My father is more of the expert. We just started watching this YouTuber that does recommendations, and then we kind of do that with like our charcuterie boards.
Oh,
because we do like doing crackers and cheese and wine.
Oh, that is the best combo.
Yep.
Well, and maybe strawberries with it, maybe.
Ooh, yeah,
cheese and strawberries and wine. Yeah. My stomach has to be up to it. Has to be in a good mood. But yeah, I love that stuff. That's like the best snack, really.
Yeah, I would agree.
Maybe nuts.
And we came across this really good, like, sweet mango cheese.
Ooh, mango cheese?
Yeah, because it tasted like more like, because you can have dessert cheeses, which are really sweet. But yeah, this stuff was, maybe if I find it, I'll ship you some.
Aw. Well, Christmas is around the corner. No, you don't have to, but I do appreciate any and all gifts. I am the most happy and appreciative prince ever for anything. Mm-hmm. And I want you to know, I really do still want to play Spiritfarer, but it's just that like I keep being not ready for it, if that makes sense, because that makes sense.
And like my whole process was, if I feel that there's something that resonates or someone will get a good experience, and that's my impulse to ooh, I can make this person feel better.
I was just happy you thought of me. Process. I was just like, oh my God, thank you. But I feel like I have to be ready for it, and it is very much about like helping others get to the other side and all that stuff. And I do love that. I love that as a concept, and I do want to try it. And I've heard nothing but good things about it. But I just feel like right now I'm not ready. It's like I said, time is weird. Like it's only been a couple of months, I guess. Almost 3 months.
You gotta do it whenever you want to. Yeah. There's no obligation behind it.
I think I'm still in the mode of like, it's not denial, but it's because I've definitely accepted that it happened, but it's just like I just want to try to have fun and feel good and feel safe, because it was a hell of a time afterwards. I did not know what was going to happen, how I was going to even bury her and all that stuff. So, it was stressful. And so yeah, I think when I'm ready, I'll play it. But, if you want to ship me anything having to do with anything, or do anything having to do with anything, I will be the most grateful ever. But yeah, I can't believe the holidays are almost here. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely that time.
Well, I've been wanting Christmas since July. Like, I love Christmas. I don't know about you, but anything to do with like the lights and the singing and the just ever in the food. Just for me, winter, and it gets slightly decent here in Florida weather-wise. So like, winter is everything to me, and Christmas represents happy for me.
Yeah.
So
I love the spirit of Christmas.
yes.
Where everyone is happy and giving and
Yeah, actually remembering what it's
celebrating
supposed
people.
to be. Yeah, it's like, okay, it's only once a year that people do this, but but it's a very, very happy time in my mind. It always represents that, and it's supposed to be the spirit of love and giveness. That's a word. Giving. But yeah, it's something that I've wanted for. I feel like I need it this year more than ever. So I'm really excited about that. But Thanksgiving, this is gonna be the first time that it's without my mom, and I think it's just gonna be Rhea and I. But I'm looking forward to it, because then I can just like cook what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to think about it too much. But yeah, I think a Friendsgiving is a great idea.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the invite, I would have just been probably just here with my father and uncle. Which is weird because it's my father and then the uncle is my mom's brother.
Mm.
But my parents are no longer together. We're very hodgepodge.
What are they gonna do? Are they
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
hang out together?
Usually because like we used to have like big family dinners, but a lot of family have passed and everyone else is scattered.
Mm.
That it's not really feasible. So
Yeah.
it'll probably just be a small family dinner for them, is what I'm assuming, and then whatever my Friendsgiving thing is.
I hope you get a lot of awesome, wonderful, yummy tasting foods.
Oh, I'm hoping so too.
I just want, as long as like stuffing's there, as long as, I think I'm gonna make, because Rhea can't have meat, I'm gonna make like the Impossible Burgers.
Yep.
Well, it comes in the stores in just like the meat, not burgers, but like packed meat. So I'm gonna get like a bunch of that, and I'm gonna like make this like big meatloaf thing. That's my plan, and like stick like seasoning that's typically like Thanksgiving, like sage and rosemary. Stick it in there with some breadcrumbs and eggs, and make a big meatloaf. And have stuffing and mashed potatoes and probably some green beans. I think I'm gonna make a green bean casserole. I've never done that before. Cranberries. Yeah. I don't know. And pie. Of course, pie has to be
The
there.
works.
The works, just for 2 people. Let's go.
Hey, that's good because then you got leftovers
for
which is
days.
the
Yeah.
best food.
It kind of is. I do miss that we can't have turkey, but I'm gonna make such a good meatloaf. It won't matter. Damn it.
There you go.
It's not totally about the food. It's just about who you're eating the food with, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And as long as there is some kind of like pumpkin pie and pecan pie.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Pecan
pie. Oh,
pecan
gosh.
pie is crazy good. Like,
so sweet, so good.
It's so weird. We hadn't actually had pecan pie in our whole lives until like last year. And it was like, why haven't we had this? What's wrong with us? It's amazingly good. So yeah, that has to be represented. So do you like pecan pie better than apple pie, or?
I'm trying to think in order of like pie importance. Pumpkin pie is probably number 1 for me in general, followed by lemon meringue.
People like lemon meringue.
Which is weird because like my favorite dessert is apple pie with the ice cream.
Wait, so I'm so confused. Shouldn't it be apple pie that's your favorite then?
It should be, but like I have to have it a particular way.
Oh,
like,
it has to have the ice cream.
I could just like go blah, blah, blah.
Really? So you don't need like the whipped cream?
I don't need that. It makes it better, but like I'll gorge.
It's funny. Pumpkin pie, not only is it yummy, but like it's really good on your throat if you have a sore throat. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It is amazingly good. So if you happen to have a sore throat and you have any kind of access to a pumpkin pie, do it. Because it like coats it in like a calming, happy way. Especially if it's like if your throat feels constrained or like tightness, or like if you had like tonsillitis, it might be good. I don't know. It's
good to know because I do have a cough right now, so that would be nice.
no, like everybody's getting sick lately.
I know, and it started like last night. So I didn't work today, which is nice because
That's good.
coincidentally, Pokemon also came out.
You had Pokemon to do, damn it.
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it? How was the new Pokemon?
I love it. It's amazing. It's weird. Well, it's not weird, but like looking at it objectively is like someone in their 30s playing a game that's designed for kids, but it's important to me. Well, I think about all sorts of things, but what I love about it is because it's I had a good childhood. I'm very fortunate, and Pokemon was a huge part of my childhood. So it's one of those things where you do it, you play it because it kind of reminds you of that time in your life, or at least that's why I do it.
I think a lot of people feel that way about it. It brings them that happy.
Yeah. And like when I get down to having an actual family and stuff, it's something that I want to be able to do with my kids. You know,
yeah.
God, I hope my kids turn out to be nerds. I don't know if they turn out to be something else.
What if they're not nerds? Oh no!
I'm gonna have to get new kids or something.
You'd be like, you will be a nerd. They'll be like, no,
yeah.
You can't
You're watching
make me.
Every single episode, even the filler. I don't care. This is my house, my rules.
Yeah. Well, it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hopefully they'll be open to that. I think so. I think if you love your kid and you present the thing in a happy, positive way, they're going to be into it, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, it's going to be their own choice. But I mean, if it's anything like me, like I just naturally gravitate towards that kind of stuff. Always have.
Yeah. I like to think that all kids start off, like all people start off when they're young, well, not only as a clean slate, but like open to things, you know, open to trying things and wanting to have fun. And it's just when like people say, no, you can't have fun. You know, that's when the bad stuff happens. But yeah, they're going to turn out like nerds. They'll be happy. They'll want to know about all the things that you're into. As long as you're never mean about it, you know?
Yeah. Yep. That's a good point. Yeah. Don't turn into something where there's negative consequences.
Right. If it's not negative, they're going to be totally open to it. I mean, everybody's their own individual self, but I think all kids are innately open to new things.
Yep.
Unless you're a very young Prince Safi and your mom tried to get you to touch a gnome thing in a park, and gnomes are scary. So unless it's that.
So you don't like gnomes.
I hate gnomes. I don't know what it is.
So buying you garden gnomes would not be cool.
I would be like, why? Why would you do this to me? Yeah, no, gnomes. And it was moving. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like at a park. I think it was supposed to be, I think we were visiting Canada. It's a vague memory, okay? It was some sort of park and there were gnomes. They were like, I think they were trying to be kind of like animatronic, almost like Disney, like, you know, the dwarves or something, but they were like knockoffs. And it was in some sort of park and they were like moving, and there was one that had an axe and it was going up and down, and I was like, nope, not having this, no. I don't think I cried, but I was just running away, and yeah. So and I don't like gnomes now. I don't know if I'm as scared. I just don't like them. I don't like clowns either.
Well, no one likes clowns.
No one likes clowns. If you like a clown, what's wrong with you?
I never understood the appeal of clowns.
Yeah, why were they invented, do you think?
You know what? That might be a fun deep dive.
That is a deep dive right there. Why does anyone in chat, if you're around, do you know why clowns were invented or when?
I'm assuming they started in the circus.
Yes, but why? We don't know. Like, who said this is gonna really be great to like paint your face creepy and over white and over makeup and like maybe I mean, I know there were jesters,
the
harlequin stuff, but why? Why?
From that.
Oh, like kabuki kind of thing, like opera. You think so? Like it's tied to that? Ray is saying it's like a Japanese thing, maybe, but like, why would it be? How did it become a circus thing? I don't know. That is a deep dive right there. That's a Google deep dive. I don't know. Do I want to know?
Yeah, because then you'll never unknow.
I know. But yeah, clowns are scary. And of course, you've probably seen Poltergeist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course I never watched that movie because clowns. But yeah, you
Yeah,
know, everybody has their thing, right?
yeah. And for horror movies, I love creature features.
I do too. Monsters are where it's at with me, like
Yeah, but
Cloverfield and Godzilla, and
and I'm kind of with you in terms of because of Rob Zombie's films like House of a Thousand Corpses and stuff where it's
ugh,
like so gory. I
yeah,
can't like I tried watching that, it made me physically sick.
yeah. That's why is that fun?
Um
Why would
so I
anyone like that?
yeah, anything that can be that is realistic in terms of like, oh, this is totally can happen, I don't like, but if it's got like a sci-fi or a
Right.
mythical creature, something like that where
Yes.
I can
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
down for that.
Yes, I totally am too. Once it's fantasy, then I can put it in its place. Then I can go, okay, this is just an id monster. This is fantasy. This is
Yeah.
fine. And when it's mythical, even better. Oh my god, I'm totally into like anything
Oh, do you
mythical.
want an interesting fact about my mom, Ted Bundy tried to pick up my mom
Oh,
in
what?
Seattle
What?
back in the day.
What? What? Oh my
Yeah,
god!
yeah.
Wow.
It was she was smart because she was like, oh, something's weird with this guy.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. Wow. She she
yeah,
uh She definitely got lucky there, or she thank God she was smart.
yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't
Avoided
be
something.
around.
Yeah, right there you go. You wouldn't be here. Wow, wow. Jeez. What was it like in a? How did he? Should I even ask? Like, how did
Just
he? Where?
just approached her in public and
Out
like
of nowhere?
he was trying to, yeah, just general chit chat, trying to. But the weird thing was like he was trying to get her to get in the car and
Oh my
like go
God.
with him. And that was like she was like
Red flag
the way
city.
my mom
Yeah.
explained was like
Goodbye.
just felt wrong, felt something was
Yeah.
off. And then I think it was like a week or so later down the line, they were watching the news and
Oh
he was
wow.
like, oh, that's the guy.
Oh shit. Wow. Eesh. Well, I'm glad she did not get in the car. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah. That's where the line is between try to remain a trusting person to people you get to know, and you get to know them and you like them and you somewhat trust them, then make sure that door's open, but keep it closed otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. And also always like trust your gut, like it's there
Yes.
for a reason.
Yeah. But it's hard sometimes, when you're young especially, because you want that attention or you want love,
Yeah.
and it's hard, but yeah, it's oh wow, I'm so glad she's alive.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's only weird story like that she's got to my knowledge.
Well, that's enough. That's really
Yeah,
all
no,
it
yeah.
that and the haunted house. That's enough. That's enough. You don't need any more weird than that.
That is true.
So
That is true.
I always ask this question, and I like it because I am the prince of dreams and imagination. But do you have either a favorite dream that you've had, and I mean like sleep dream,
hmm
or B, a reoccurring dream that you've had, and would you like to share either one?
Oh, I would love to.
Okay.
I've had this dream. It was kind of like a two-parter, but it was the most vivid dream I've had. And it's also the dream I had the most control over because it was very much like the Matrix.
Ooh.
And it was the whole situation was like I was supposed to be protecting this one girl, and she was kidnapped, and so it's kind of like a rescue mission.
Okay.
But it was one of those things where I could fly if I wanted to fly.
Oh, nice.
I could slow down everything. Like I had superpowers and I had full control, which I've never ever had.
Had you seen the
Prior
Matrix
to
yet?
that, yeah, I'd seen the Matrix.
No, I mean,
but
had you
up
seen it
to-
before that?
Yes,
Okay.
I was very much into those movies. When
Yeah,
was,
I love them.
younger.
Yeah.
But I had never up to that point had like legit control over what I could do in dreams. And
I never do.
and after that dream, because it was like a dream where I fell asleep, woke up, and then I dove. When I went back to sleep, I literally went right back into it, continuing
Wow.
where I had left off. And it's the only time that's ever happened. I wanted it to happen again, but unfortunately, it has not.
When you woke up from it, before you went back to sleep, were you thinking, I want to go back and dream that?
Yes,
Ah. So did you save the girl?
You know what? I can't remember. I think it got to the point where I was just like fighting a bunch of people, but I remember. No, you know what? I did because we ended up getting on a motorcycle and then doing some crazy stuff trying to get away from people, and that's where it ended.
Wouldn't it be crazy if like you I mean, I don't know if you're with anyone right now and you don't have to answer, but like if you like met that person and you somehow felt like that was the person?
That would freak me out.
But you wouldn't run away from it, would you?
I don't know. Like, she got kidnapped. She's making bad decisions.
But you have to save her, Maako. That's your job. Look, I'm the type of person. I'm not somebody that thinks that everybody's got something. Everybody's got somebody, and it's a perfect world. It's not. Life is full of chaos. I do believe, however, that everybody has the possibility of meeting at least one, if not more, soulmates. I think that you know, for me, it's hard not to believe in soulmates. I don't think it's a perfect fate thing. I don't think it's something that just happens to you, you know, and of course love is work. Marriage is work. But I mean, you know, being somebody that has their soulmate and knows it, it's I think it's possible. That's all I'm saying. You never know.
And I mean, that is true.
So you wanted to go back to sleep.
Yeah, you know what? If I have a weird dream tonight, I'll certainly let you know.
Please do. Well, you know, I actually had somebody in here, Sky, who like says he was like, I don't dream, I never dream. And guess what? And I kept saying you will, and then after like a couple times in here, guess what? He dreamt.
That was cool.
So
I can also say inversely, like I've had a really cool like cartoon dream where everything was like a cartoon, kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, cool.
But on the other end, like I've also had like the worst terrifying nightmares where I'm like, how do I come up with this stuff? Like this is some Clive Barker level nightmare.
Oh God. Stuff. Is it like people chasing you or?
Well, I have these like demonic figures sometimes in my dreams where I'm like, I don't even know how I came up with this. Like, what did I like? It's weird because I know that my grandmother would never talk about her dreams because she had some really horrible dreams. But I was always curious if like we had similar dreams and just didn't know.
Maybe.
Because I have had some perfectly happy normal dreams. I love those, but then the nightmares I don't like at all. Like I'll have to get up, take a shower or something to get my mind off it. I'll watch something funny on YouTube, like, oh,
whatever
it's puppy
helps.
time.
It's puppy time. Puppy, save me. Yeah,
like,
I hate
really positive, happy music.
I hate
all that kind
this,
of stuff.
but I more often than not have either a stressful dream or B, a scary dream. It's hardly ever just a happy dream. I don't really have happy dreams that much. I've had dreams that are just kind of weird. I'll reveal this much because it's kind of funny. The only, I would say, quote unquote happy dream that I had was one time, I think it was Christmas. It was like Christmas Eve or something. I had this dream that I was having a threesome with Rhea and Scarlett Johansson. So there you go. That was a happy dream.
Nice. All right, Scarlett Johansson is everyone's girl.
Come on, Rhea. You'd like it. It would be fine. You'd be like, what if we were with Dea from Genshin? You know. Look, it was one sexy happy dream. That's all I got in my whole life. Now, maybe I've had more. It's usually they're stressful. Usually I have either scary or stressful, or a lot of times it's psychological. It's usually something I'm either trying to tell myself or relive, or I don't know, something I'm trying to teach myself. And yeah, I don't like scary dreams.
Always there's been a lot of discussion about, you know, what does it mean? What are the interpretations of the dreams? I've always been curious about that because I've always thought that it's your subconscious trying to fill you in on something or process things.
Yes, definitely. Or you know, your fears you're trying to get past. I used to have like repeated dreams about snakes, and they were always like biting at me and trying to get me. And
so you're afraid of snakes?
I am. I mean, like, I'm the kind of person that I think they're fascinating, kind of like sharks, you know. I love them. I think they're fascinating. But if a snake, maybe not a gardener type, not one of those harmless little things, but like I don't want it in my house, you know. But like if there was a snake, and there was any remote possibility that it was poisonous or gonna bite me or whatever, I probably would freak out. Yeah, if it was like, but only if it was like near me. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna freak out if it's far away.
That's the downside of Thailand is we have
snakes.
King cobras are native
God.
there.
Oh God! Oh,
and those are terrifying.
Oh my God!
We had one time. So this is uncommon, at least in the U.S. and stuff. But I remember one time as a kid, and this really messed with me and gave me bathroom issues. We had a snake coming through the toilet.
Oh God, that's my nightmare. Oh God.
Yeah, but it legit happened to me. Oh shit! And I remember. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
It really happened? It really happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was like a gardener kind of snake, but it was
still
gone through the water pipe.
Oh God.
And so I opened
at least it wasn't a king cobra.
And it's in there like coming like
it's
swirling
like,
around in there.
Oh my God, I die.
Yeah.
See, okay, people often list spiders as what they fear. And as long as it's not like a really poisonous spider that's going to kill me, I don't really care. They don't really bother me that much. I'll just pick it up in a container and take it outside and be like, bye, have a nice life, you know. But if a snake gets to me in a deep psychological way that it's like,
I totally relate to that because I've seen so many videos and we've had of like snakes sneaking into people while they're sleeping. Like I've watched those and like have it like it like literally bites the lady as she's sleeping. I'm like, nope. So I feel that is fairly reasonable. That is very logical.
Yeah,
I totally get that.
And they can mess you up, and that's it. Like if you get bitten by a snake, okay, now they do have like, you know, like what's the word I'm looking for?
The anti-venom.
Thank you. I'm still like about your story. But God, that's my nightmare. When I was a kid, I was like stupidly afraid things would come up through the toilet.
Yeah, well, it happens in some countries. So like there's merit. There is merit there.
I don't know why I used to think it was an alligator. Like an alligator, which is stupid because I grew up in Washington State. There's no freaking alligators coming through our toilets there. I don't know, but the snakes, oh God, what did you do?
Well, I can't. I think I screamed and my mom or dad took care of it. But like snakes in the house was kind of a normal occurrence every now and then.
Well, I'm never living in Thailand.
So that's the downside there.
I will visit.
Yeah, visiting's great. But yeah, that's a reality that can happen.
Wow.
We've had like pythons stuck in rain gutters with neighbors and stuff. Like,
there are lots of pythons in Florida. There shouldn't be, but they brought them here and, you know, illegally. Yeah.
And now look, this is why you don't do that.
Yeah, because now they're overgrown and they're populated and but we live in suburbia. Nothing bad ever happens in suburbia. Oh God, I don't know. I would just not handle myself. I'm really a cool cucumber when it comes to most, like I'll squish a roach, I'll squish it. Well, I'll take care of a spider. I'll deal with those things. That's fine. Snake, that's a whole other matter. It's just, I can't handle that.
Yeah.
Blah.
So, and I think I also with the dark. I think it depends on the situation. But if the lights go out, I'm also scared.
Really?
Well, I think it's got to be situational. Like if it's like a power outage at the house, that's cool. But if it's like somewhere where I'm paranoid, then I did discover when I was playing Phasmo that I don't like basements apparently. Because I was fine. You should never like a basement. Yeah, I was fine with the ghosts. I was like, I don't care if it kills me, it's fine. But like, I mean, I didn't want to be killed, but you know, I was okay. But like the basement, the idea of going into a dark basement, I was like, I think I'd rather die. Please. Yep. So I guess I'm a little claustrophobic, maybe, or is it just like common knowledge that bad things happen in basements? I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think it's also like kind of a, not necessarily a stereotype, but the analogies for basements have never been positive. Like, welcome to my basement. Have fun. Why were they invented? This is another one of why clowns. Why clowns? Why basements? I mean, clowns in basements. Like garages are fine. Clowns in basements. Clowns in basements holding snakes. Let's just make the worst. We're going to create the worst case scenario.
That would be way scarier than Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I'm never playing that. I'm never doing that game. And they call it that too, like clowns in basements. Oh my, clowns in basements and snakes. Oh my. Damn. Yeah. That's yeah. So I used to have repeated dreams of snakes biting me and stuff, and I'm not exactly sure why it stopped. I think it had, if I had to choose what it meant, I think it had to do with my own anger issues. Because I was always like having to fight it and like squeeze, or it could be sexual. I mean, I was going through like figuring out that I was trans, but I don't know. I don't want to think that. It's like kind of scary if that's how I felt about it. But I would have to like stop it from, biting me, and I'd have to kill it and stuff. And so
now I'm curious, because was there a part in your life where you were just a very angry person?
Here's the thing about my anger. I have a lot of anger. It was worse when I was younger, obviously, about how I was treated and left alone by my family. And I have a lot of resentment, or I mean, it's not like it was. Clearly, I had it a lot worse when I was a teenager. I think I was more scared when I was a teenager, actually. But once I was able to actually feel like I counted in this world, in my 20s or so, I was angry. Yes, I was very angry, and I have sort of that. I was raised very poor as well. We never had money, like welfare poor, like really poor, like just me and my mom. And so like it makes you. Well, for me, it made me grateful for anything I did have, but it also made me feel like the world was against me, and I never get a shot at anything. And so yeah, I had a lot of anger, my whole life, but the thing about my anger is that I have a very strong threshold, and maybe it's because I had to hold it in a lot because I was my mom's caretaker. And I was just raised to be quiet, really. So my threshold is, and I don't like feeling angry. Poor Cloudy, nobody's feeding it. There, I feel better. But like, I have a very heavy threshold of it, so it takes a lot to get me angry. I will like not react in an angry way unless it's something that really, really pisses me off. So don't piss me off, because when it comes out, it's really bad. Hi, TK. But yeah. So maybe it was dealing with anger. I'm not really sure, but yeah. So I don't know. I stopped having those dreams. Do you have reoccurring dreams?
Recurring dreams? No, not really. I wish I did.
Well, it depends what it is, because you don't want to have to dream about snakes every day.
That's true.
Yeah.
But usually if it was a recurring dream, I would want it to be positive, and I would assume it would be positive. But I don't think I have anything. I know lately I feel like I've had a lot more of, I want to remember this, and then as soon as I wake up, I don't remember any of the dream, but I know I had a dream.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot lately.
And I had the sensation that it was a good dream, but now I can't remember it, and now that's bothering me.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay if it was like a crappy dream and you don't want to remember it.
Oh, yeah.
That happens a lot to me. Great. Yeah, then it's fine. But yeah, I'm having trouble remembering my dreams. I blame my cat. Your Highness, I must retire. Oh, thank you so much, Monique. You were a lovely joy, and it was so good to have you here. Mwah, have a wonderful night. Hope you have good dreams. And welcome in, TK. I think it's probably the morning for TK. So happy morning, TK. Yeah, we're just hanging out with Maako. Maako and me are chilling, talking about lots of stuff. I feel like I've definitely gotten to know you a lot better. Now I know you have secrets. You're not just a saint.
Oh no!
Oh no! I thought you were a saint, Maako.
My baby skeletons in the closet are ruining me.
Nah, it's all right. We all have something, and apparently,
TK.
Apparently, I'm afraid of basements. And anger is a tough thing to get past. And
that's what I'm really curious about. Just the only reason is because I had my anger under control so well, because as part of my job, I've gone through trainings and stuff. But like lately, I feel like I just get agitated over the littlest things,
Oh no.
and I'm like, I
You
need
don't
to
know
work on my
why?
career. I don't know why. Well, I have ideas, but it's nothing that I would discuss with just yet.
Yeah, that's
But
okay.
it's just been more kind of frustrating that I should be
Mm,
better than that.
I mean,
Especially,
if it's physical, if it's something physical, so hormones or whatever, that's hard to deal with
Mhm.
because you don't feel like you have control.
That is
But
true.
if it's mental, I mean, sometimes you feel like you don't have control of that either. But it is something somewhat workable. But for me, I think I try really hard to write it down. I am a writer, and without
Mm.
writing, it would. I don't think I'd be okay. I think writing saved my life. Honestly,
Wow, that's a very profound statement.
it did. And it wasn't something that I thought I'd be any good at. Um, but I have written like 11 novels, so I definitely got
Are
better.
you going to publish those?
They are published. I actually am
What?
I'm a published author, but I would love to talk about it, but I dox myself, and I really am not ready to do such a thing.
That's fair.
But I mean, I would love to tell everybody about my books, but and you'd probably really like them because they are sci-fi fantasy. Some are romance, and there's always some level of that. But I think we're into the same type of stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, most likely.
I think writing saved my life. I think at first for me, well, Ray and I write music, both of us, and we got into that. We were in a band together, and I wrote lyrics and we wrote songs, and there was that, and then poetry, and it was a slow burn for me to finally become a novelist. It took a long time for me to feel like I could do it. I didn't think I had the chops, but confidence problems aside, I just pushed myself. Don't hate your clips, TK. They're beautiful, just like you. But yeah, writing. And I really feel like writing my thoughts and feelings, not just in the stories, but like, just in a journal type thing, really saved me. Because like I said, I was raised to be quiet and to keep everything in, and so that was basically my therapy. It was you have to have something. You have to be able to talk in some way to someone, whether it's a journal or a person, somebody that you trust, and especially when you're going through a lot. And writing saved me.
That's really cool. I think that's one of the coolest facts that I learned about you today.
Well, I have a lot of cool facts. I got more where that came from.
Well, yeah, pretty cute. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'm cool. Let's face it, I'm cool. I am not a pro gamer, but I'm cool. No,
Yeah.
you, TK, you. I got an emote for that. I'm gonna use it. If you got an emote, use it, right? But yeah, writing. I honestly, the only bad part about streaming is it's taking me away from actually writing. So I have like 3 novels
Unless
just sitting there.
you wrote, and that was your stream.
Oh, could I get away with doing that without doxing myself?
That's a good question.
And then I'd have to show my hands. Well, actually, I wouldn't have to show my hands because I'd just be typing. But then, like, I don't know. Then people would know my book before it came out, and they'd be like, "Where's the book? I want to know the book." And I'd be like, "You can't know."
Well, maybe you should talk to Hug, because I think Hug does their D&D writing on streams.
Mm. You know what I really should do? I should start writing books as Prince Safi. That's what I should do. Then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that would be smart. Yeah. Not like people haven't used aliases before. That would.
Yeah, I mean, I already use a pen name, but it's too much like they could find out about me. I don't know.
I just use my real name like a goof.
Well, it's based on my real name, but it's a pen name. But yeah, I don't know. I should just start writing books as Prince Safi. There you go. But that'd be weird. That'd be a weird author name. Yes, I'm a prince. Deal with it. P Safi.
I'm gonna be Maako Rhapsody.
I love it.
Famous novelist.
No, it wouldn't. Prince Safi would be a great author name. You'd read Prince Safi. All right.
I think Prince Safi lends itself to like its own kind of like universe. Like you could write a bunch of books around that whole idea.
About me? Just write books about me. My lore is very limited. My lore is basically I am the prince of the Sky Kingdom. I'm I'm the prince of dreams and imagination, and that's it. That's pretty much it. I am immortal, and I'm a little younger than Reyes, so I'm a little less immortal, a little younger in the immortal world. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have a lore?
I tried to create some, but I never really finalized it because I didn't know if I was going to change.
Mm.
But in terms of general concept,
you should be a space shark.
Ooh,
like you come from another planet full of shark people, and okay, I don't know why you're here. It's gonna be a reason why you came here. I don't know if you're shipwrecked or
probably probing is what we're here
probing.
for.
Oh my god! No! Oh my god!
It's what our sharks do.
Sundari shark. Oh god! Oh lordy! No! No probing, shark man! No probing! Come on! Keep it clean. Consensual probing.
There you go.
Well,
not the dolphins.
You know, there you go. That's the dolphin people are your natural born enemies, right?
Yeah, but in terms of like lore, I wanted to be originally. I thought about being like a shark god.
Ooh.
That wanted to help other people. Well, okay, if I start from the very beginning of my VTuber thought process, I was going to go with Phoenix.
They are cool.
For kind of like rebirth purposes and the idea that you could always renew yourself and be better than the day you were before.
I like that.
Because that was going back to the whole fitness loop where, you know, you could be who you want to be. And I thought that kind of theme was on point. And then I was like, but I also like the ocean. And I'm more of an ocean bum than I am a gym bum at this point.
You can be both. You can be both.
You can be both. But then I decided,
I have a random question. Do you surf?
No.
Why
I
not?
would like to learn.
Yeah, go surf.
I'm not near the ocean just yet.
Oh.
But I would love to learn. I used to jet ski when we were out and about on the ocean.
It's pretty cool.
And then I was also not a scuba diver, but I would swim with, like, I was a snorkeler, so like 20, 30 feet under the water.
When I was young, I was really scared of water going up my nose. I had sort of an unnatural fear of it.
It's a weird feeling when that happens, so
yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. I'm like way too sensitive for my own good, but I got over it. But because I found out you're supposed to, like, you know, I don't know, not let air in there, just don't breathe. Just breathe out, like, through your nose. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been good at that kind of stuff. You have that fear too, Blob. Do you swim, Blob? I mean, I swim. I can swim. It's been a long ass time since I've done it. But yeah, I like swimming a lot, actually. I miss it. But I've never snorkeled. I've never jet skied. I've never done any of those cool things.
Those are things you can do.
Yeah. You should. Well, I don't know if I'm coordinated enough. I'd probably fall over and die. But you should. If I was good at those kind of things, I would definitely want to learn how to surf. That's one of those, I wish I could do that kind of things.
Yeah, I've always wanted to, but I don't know if I have the hand-eye coordination for that just yet. But it'd be something I'd be open to down the road for sure.
I think you should do it.
I'll do that. I'll film.
Nose goggles. Oh, okay. Well, that helps. Yeah, nobody gave me nose goggles when I was little.
Yeah, and they also have like little clips you can use for your nose too.
I would just like hold my nose, but then like if you were jumping in the water and holding your nose, it would like possibly like hurt your nose.
Yeah.
I'm too I don't know, too careful. I it's a problem in my life. I've had to be like really careful, and it's a little paranoid. But I do like swimming, and I do like doing that kind of stuff. And I'm getting more. It's weird. I feel like I'm getting mentally adventurous, but not physically. You know? But I would love to do those kind of things. Do it for me, Maako.
No, because I want you to enjoy it too. And I think, starting with it mentally is the best way to go, because that way you can kind of build yourself up to it.
I'll write it in my books. I'll make sure that my characters can snorkel and like surf and all those things.
There you go.
It's kind of like doing it.
If I could create like a hobby for myself, like if I lived at the ocean, one of it would definitely be underwater photography.
Ooh, yeah.
Just because I love the idea of being able to take pictures of the fish and other creatures.
Oh, awesome.
In their natural habitat.
Do it. Get one of those waterproof cameras and go live by the ocean. Quick, go.
So I'll do it right now.
Just do it right now. Let's go. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's almost 11 for me. Just go. At night, where you're scared.
I should probably put shoes on first.
Maybe. So, like, are you scared? You're not scared of, like, if the lights go out. It's just, like, if it's a creepy environment where it's dark. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because, I think about, like, if I felt that there was a ghost around me, I think, whether it was rational or not, I think my paranoia would get the best of me really quick. And then it'd be like, what's that sound? Oh, that's definitely a ghost. Oh, it's going to kill me. Like, so it would be a rapid succession of just bad thought to worse thought.
So you don't play Phasmo, I take it. You try not to?
I do, but I get scared.
The
first time I played it was with Kier.
You should play it with me because I'm not scared. So
good. I didn't know how to open doors. When I died the first time,
that's the thing.
My panic attack, my heart palpitated like crazy.
Oh God. That's the thing. Like, and I love Echo and Jess and Ruby, but they weren't telling me that much about how to do things. I had to ask a lot, and then it was like, wait, how do you open a door? Wait, and then like the ghost is right there, and it's like, opening the door. Try to open the door. It was like kind of hard. I think I fear that kind of stuff more than I do actually getting attacked by the ghost. Like I couldn't open the door.
Okay.
I like having control of my self.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I know, because when I used to play like the old school Resident Evil games and stuff like that.
See, I couldn't do that.
I had to literally talk myself up to go open the next door.
Why are doors so scary?
Yeah, because what's on the other side?
Right. Which is kind of a metaphor for death and the afterlife.
That is true.
Phasmo is a lot of fun, but also terrifying. Yeah, you know what I like about Phasmo? What I found out was that even though I'm not into ghosts that much, I'm actually very into the whole Clue-like thing where you have to try to figure out what kind of ghost it is. I like that part. I got a detective side.
Yeah. Oh, have you played any detective type games?
Not enough. I would like more.
Oh. I have some idea. What about point and click?
Huh?
Point and click games.
Yeah, I haven't played enough. I would like more. I think I'd be really into those. But as long as it's not anything graphic or gross about serial killers, because then I can, I'm more into either paranormal or, I guess it could be a murder, but as long as it's not really graphic or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, I am kind of a detective. I like that stuff.
Because I'm thinking you would probably really enjoy the Phoenix Wright games.
I like the title. Hi, Ronan. How are you? Poor Ronan. Ronan tried to pull today for Nahida. It was. It was yesterday, I guess. Is Nahida still on the banner, or is she gone now? Are we in the next thing? Now? I'm such a bad Genshin player. What's wrong with me? Where are we? What are we doing? I didn't play it at all today. Ugh. She's gone. Oh no. And you got Dilute. So sad.
All right.
Do you play?
I'm gonna do this real.
Do you play Genshin? Do you have any idea what we're talking about? Maako.
Genshin Impact.
Yeah. Do you play it?
Yeah, I play it.
Okay.
I'm not that far. I got to, I think just Liyue not too long ago.
Oh. Have you met?
So
have you met the Rock Daddy, the Geo Daddy?
No, like I'm still like I just literally finished the first like story encounter with Stormcarer and
Oh, you're
finishing
really
all that.
early.
But
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I couldn't remember. I played it originally on the PlayStation, and then I stopped playing it just for the fact that I wanted to be able to access it from my phone or
Hmm.
something else. I didn't want it to be exclusive to one console.
I play it on my computer.
I do now too because I have a gaming PC.
Yay! We really need to try to get a laptop. That's kind of like a big goal for Ray and I because then we could play games together. Because our second computer is really crap. It's just like a really, really low end computer that can only just basically. You can't do much. Weirdly enough, I can play Genshin, but it's way super slow. So a laptop would be good, so we could, do stuff together, play games together, and just do the things. I don't know where I'm going with this. I need a laptop. That's where I'm going with. But yeah. Gaming computers, yeah, important, expensive, but important.
They are. I kind of lucked out because the reason I got mine that worked really well is I was refinancing some credit card stuff, and I had like $2,000 extra from that loan, and
Oh,
it worked out. I was like, hey, guess who can get a gaming PC for the first time
nice.
ever?
Well, you deserve it. I'm glad. I'm glad. So what are you gonna play now, besides Pokemon?
That's it. I'm looking at the Final Fantasy VII remake because there is the Crisis Core remake in December that comes out.
I promise you something, Mako, and this is not you don't have to do anything for me at all. But if you were somehow to get me that, I would totally play it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well,
because if you're that into it and you say it's that good, then it probably is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I got you something just now, but it's not that.
Oh,
Um,
I have to look at
but yeah, that would definitely.
I'll look at it after stream.
Yeah, you can look after it. Not a big deal.
Kyoshi, what are you doing awake?
But yeah, I definitely would because I'm trying to think on things that would. I like to like when it comes to that kind of stuff is think about what you would enjoy.
Yeah, I mean everybody's different, but I have a feeling we definitely have the same taste when it comes to like RPGs and the mythos and the fantasy stuff and all that. So I totally trust you on that.
Yeah, I just know that because like I know for like the Final Fantasy VII remake, it's so demanding on a computer that
yeah,
you gotta have the right rig for something like that to really enjoy it.
Well, okay, so we are in the process of putting in a bigger SSD into our computer. I think Sunday. We're picking Sunday to finally copy the current drive into. We're making a copy of it, and then she has to put in the new one, and it's going to be a thing. So we have to do it on a day off because it's probably going to take all day. But so it's gonna have because right now we have this tiny little SSD. You know how like pre-built PCs always come with like that tiny little SSD. So yeah, so we got that. We probably need some more memory as well. Have to work on that. But I hope I could play it. I think so. I think our graphics card is good enough. Probably. We just need the space.
Okay. Well, that would be good to know because then I can time that more appropriately. The only other one I can think of that you'd enjoy story wise is Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
And that's got voice acting, so it's good. But it's also like, hey guys, this is a 2002 game.
Yeah. Right. Whereas the 7 is a remake, right? So it's kind of in theory newer.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because I would say if I wanted your first experience to be a Final Fantasy game, I'd probably go with the remake.
Yeah, then hold off on and just that one. I want to start with something I'm really gonna like, or hopefully like, so that I can get the best. Because I want to get past I really have wanted to like Final Fantasy, and I want to get past just whatever my phobia about the 3D look is. I want to
Yeah,
try. I want to try.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't like the aesthetic because it's very well. I guess universally more accepted now because there's a lot of people that cosplay and all that kind of stuff. Those characters, but
Maybe
yeah,
like
I'm
Cloud.
yeah, or Sephiroth or Tifa, things like that.
I think the thing is, I am afraid that it's gonna be too, too like CGI looking,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Final Fantasy. Yeah, we're talking specifically about the 7 remake. I think I saw Rini playing it. Is it has Cloud? It's like kind of like, but they're like, wait, is this the one where they're like in urban setting, like here in reality, kind of like as opposed to fantasy?
The it's kind of like geez, how would I explain it?
Urban sci-fi, realistic
Well,
sci-fi, or
because the remake takes place like within the first 6 hours of the original game,
okay,
so you're kept in like the main city area,
okay,
which is contrastly fairly different than the rest of the world. But it's got a very unique aesthetic with the green colors and the darks, and it's kind of like post-apocalyptic, but not.
Our GPU is 1 tier below that. Damn it! Damn it, Ronan! Why you have to tell me that? Ronan knows everything. You ain't got a clue about the series, Kyoshi? You have the OG game somewhere in your house? Well, I never. So what Final Fantasy can I play? Jeez.
I mean, you could play the original, but it's definitely old.
Yeah. You love Final Fantasy 7R? Okay. But is that the one Rini was playing? I don't know. Because like they made Cloud look weird. I remember when Final Fantasy came out, I was always like, oh, these characters are cool. And of course, like I did play Kingdom Hearts. Well, Rhea played it, I watched. I feel like we played it together. Because only one person can play it. And I liked characters in that. And, I feel like Final Fantasy is one of those things where I've really wanted to like it. Fave character is Jessie. Which one's Jessie?
Well, I would say, at least with Final Fantasy X,
Yeah.
the story itself, I feel, is one that you would resonate and love. I don't know how well you would be able to jump on that and play it to the end because of all the other stuff. But, I mean, I don't want to spoil it because it's such a, it's a good, like, first experience the first time you go through it.
Well, I am a mush. Everybody knows I'm a mush. They call me Sappy. Well, like some people like typo it and put Sappy, and I'm like, well, not too far from me. It's fine.
That's fair. And I mean, there is a sequel to Final Fantasy X called X-2, which is a completely different direction the game series goes. It goes from like love story to pop idol.
That's interesting.
Very.
Skyrim has a mod that ups the graphics on garlic, like actual garlic. What?
So we get nice looking garlic in Skyrim.
That's another game I really have to play. I really have to try that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's been stopping me. Yeah.
Because that's pretty much choose your own adventure.
Ooh, really?
There's so much to do. Like I've beaten the main story once. And but I've never 100%ed that game. I don't think it's possible.
Ronan, can I play Skyrim? Do we have graphics for that? Come on. Tell me we do. Gotta at least have graphics for that, right? Damn it. Okay. Kyoshi says yes.
You'll definitely be able to run the game I got you, that's for sure.
Okay. The game is sold. Well, yeah, but it's a classic, right? And what's the other one I wanted to play? Gosh. Brain. I think the brain has left me. I don't know. Anything like fantasy, emphasis on characters and plot, and dragons are always good, That's
What about Dragon Age? Did you ever play
Dragon Age? That's it. That's what I was trying to think of. Duh, Dragon Age. I really, really want to play Dragon Age, and I got to do that. I keep waiting for it to be on sale.
Yeah, those games are good. I'll give you that.
Okay, I probably would get into it. The game is so that you can get mods to even make it run better. And don't you have it from? I don't have. Wait, you have Dragon Age? Why did I not see it on your stuff? Seriously, you do? Oh, well then I don't have to wait for it on sale. Kyoshi is a beautiful being and actually shared a lot of his games with us.
Oh, that's really cool.
I know. Okay, so in theory I could try Skyrim and Dragon Age and be like a cool person. All right, I gotta try that. I don't know what I've been waiting for. I think it's just that Genshin has taken over my life. But I should incorporate at least one day, at least one stream. Damn it.
Yeah, the Dragon Age games were really good.
Have you played Dragon Quest XI? I have not, Ronan. Very good RPG and characters. Oh, Dragon Quest XI. Okay.
Oh, that might be a perfect game for you because it's got that anime look.
Oh, yeah. And you know I like that. I gotta look it up. Dragon Quest XI. Why 11? What happened to 1 through 10?
They're all separate.
They
ain't connected.
Let me look at some pictures. Let's see here. Characters?
Also depends if you like Akira Toriyama's art direction.
The pictures of it make it look like it's CGI, but I don't know what it's like actually in the game. Meh. Let me read about it.
What about Scarlet Nexus?
I have heard of that. I haven't played it.
It's an action game, so it plays kind of more like Devil May Cry than an RPG.
Oh, really?
But it's pretty.
He's pretty. Discord is secure now. What happened?
Got those waifus and husbandos.
Well, you know, we all love those. Discord got hacked? What? Mermaid got hacked.
Was telling me that.
So everybody's getting hacked on Discord.
Yeah,
wonderful. Oh, we had to kick Mermaid off. Oh no. Well, we get to bring her back at some point, right? We are bringing her back. Is she okay? My God, everybody's getting hacked. What the heck? Ronan is not hacked. Good. Are you safe from being hacked? Dragon Quest XI. Let me look. Where's the plot? Plot. Game is set in the world of Erdrea and begins in the kingdom of... I can't say these things. Dundrasil.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Pa! And destroyed by an army of monsters. The protagonist, an infant, during the attack survives. Oh, he who survives.
Oh my God, the Persona games. Why didn't I think of that?
Persona? I don't know anything about it. Why did I not think...
Persona 5 Royal you would love that game.
Okay. Why did I think Persona was like more like dark and scary? Is it not? It's different?
I don't think it's dark and scary.
Is it more RPG?
Oh, it's a full RPG.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
It's so good.
Apparently I would love Sylvando from Dragon Quest XI. What are there dragons? There's dragons in this, right?
Oh yeah, Sylvando Sylvando's great.
All right, I'm gonna look up Sylvando. Sylvando. Is he a white-haired hottie?
No, that's my grandpa.
But I'm ching. Sylvando, come on, let's go.
Sylvando was the
my God, he looks like an idiot.
that I would hate.
He looks like an idiot. What?
Yeah, I thought I would hate him, but he's so good. He's so good.
Is he funny? Why are you saying I would love him? You better not be. Wait, are you saying I'm a silly dandy? Is that what you're saying, Bronan? Because you would be correct, sir.
Sylvando, I thought I was going to hate.
Yeah.
Sylvando is fantastic.
He's got like, is he a monk? He's got like those, what is the balls around his neck? Why I said balls around his neck? What's going on with that? His character's so good. He has layers. Okay. I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah,
I trust you.
Ronan is 100% right.
Okay.
I would agree you would like this character.
He doesn't look like a character I'd like, but
Well, that's the thing for me. Like, I was like, this person, I hate this person already. Totally changed while playing.
a flamboyant traveling performer. Okay, there is a part of me like that. I will admit it, but I've got a very down to earth side too. But yeah, he's probably funny, right? Is Salvando a girl? No. Wait, in canon is a trans woman? What? What?
For what?
What? Salvando in Dragon Quest XI is actually a canon trans woman? Well, now I'm interested. Is this like what people just is this actual fact, or is this like what people say? I don't know. Things you read on the internet. I don't know what's true. What? I don't know. That's what it said. That's what somebody said. I don't know. It's probably a fandom thing. I'm curious. I'm definitely curious. Maybe check it out. The game is hella situational if you want to play it around. Warframe. You guys, I don't know. I'm such a baby gamer. Just give me like one or two and I'll work my way up. Okay. I didn't know you had those. I didn't know you had Dragon Age. Yeah. I got a couple for right now. It's all good. Maako went silent. Are you okay?
I was just deep in thought because when I was just going down that Salvando rabbit trail.
Like I saw that, I was like, "What? Really?"
It's like I haven't beaten the game, so I was like, I don't know.
Like what happens?
Spoilers I am privy to.
I don't know things you see. I feel like I shouldn't know. So
I just know that the character grew on me.
Aw, that's when a writer does a good job.
Yep. Yeah, if they take someone that I'm initially like, I don't think I'm gonna like you,
right,
and then they're like, oh, you will.
And then you end up really liking him.
Writing.
Yes, that's good writing right there. So, Maako, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Probably in my own band, swimming in millions of dollars.
Sure.
Probably in space at one point, just because I'm so rich.
So you want to be Elon Musk and ruin Twitter, basically?
Well, I want to be Elon Musk, but like the likable.
Okay, and not ruin Twitter.
Elon Musk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, is that possible? That's Ray and I were talking about this the other day. Like,
I don't know.
When somebody becomes that rich, or they're born into it, or whatever, it seems like, and I'm sure this isn't everybody, but it seems like you get that rich and something happens to your brain where you just don't have morals anymore. I don't know. It just goes out the window or something. I mean, there are some pretty decent philanthropists, but Safi, dude, what, Kiyoshi, what, dude? You have The Witcher 3? Okay.
Oh, The Witcher's good. I love those books.
I only know the series that came out on Netflix, and I really didn't like it. But is that the same thing or different?
It's the same thing, just different.
Oh, okay. Hopefully a lot better. You forgot you had that game? Gotta check out the game. Okay. There's a white-haired hottie, right?
Yeah, I mean, literally.
I'm part of the I like guys with white hair group.
So you should definitely be Team Sephiroth.
I should be. He's evil, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't.
I know that you have a thing about dragons. Have you seen The Dragon Prince?
No, but a lot of people recommended that to me and told me that it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. It's like Airbender mixed with fantasy dragon stuff. I love both those, so that's like, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, and there's a white-haired hottie who's evil. Well, he was somewhat evil.
Even better.
Yeah, so look, season 4 that just came out wasn't as good as the rest of the seasons, but I think it's setting up stuff that will be great. But like season 2 and 3 were just, oh my god, chef's kiss, they were great. So yeah, Yeah, I recommend the Dragon Prince. It's
Oh,
also
I'll definitely put some time into that if you're recommending it.
yeah, it's amazeballs. I was just like totally addicted right away. It's on Netflix. It's a free update. What are we talking about? Game is going free update. No, don't mind me. Okay, I won't mind you, Kyoshi. I have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, the Dragon Prince. I'm a big dragon whore. But you know, there aren't that many games or movies or anything that really captures, like, it's like, even in Genshin, it was like the dragons are usually evil, right? And they're like the bad creatures, and I don't like that. It's like with Lunar, the dragons were good.
Did you ever play Breath of Fire?
I did not. I don't know that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, Breath of Fire, making me look up stuff again. Oop, I did not spell breath right. Breath.
Breath of Fire 3 and 4 are probably the go-tos for you for that, but they're old games.
Oh. What was this on?
The
Super
first
Nintendo,
two were
okay.
Super Nintendo.
1993, man. Woo!
Yeah, but I have the third one on the place. Like, I have a copy of it somewhere. Oh, I see it behind me. But 3 and 4 were really good on the PlayStation.
What?
And Euro Dragon.
Why am I not seeing like the plot of it? It's not telling me the plot. Okay. Story commonly involves an adventurer named Ryu who can shapeshift into different types of dragons. Hello. Over the course of his journey, he befriends Nina, a girl with wings. I like this so far. Post-apocalyptic, okay. But it sounds cool. It sounds cool. I would probably like. Let me look at some pictures. Oh, he's got blue hair. Hey, I like that. It looks fun. It looks cute. Looks cool. That's an old game though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's Yai bonking? You're bonking Kyoshi, okay. Whoa! Spread my legs and hold me up, and Sokka will always put a smile on my face. Sokka's best. Wait, are we talking about Airbender Sokka or a different Sokka? What did Sokka always say? Like, watch a pow or something? Watch a pow. Yes, Sokka's VA is so noticeable. He's just got that voice. Yeah, you're thinking of Callum. Yeah. Only reason I watch Dragon Prince. Hey, there's other reasons to watch Dragon Prince, buddy. Did you get to the part of Erebos? Because Erebos was a huge reason I watched. And I love Rayla. Rayla's so freaking cute. Sokka Boomerang, yes.
New Pokemon has dragons. Just saying.
Does it really? Are they nice dragons?
Well, yeah, they're on the cover. You get 2 dragons at least.
No, wait. Are they dragons or are they just Pokemon? Like, you know, little tiny Pokemons that are pretending to be dragons?
They're dragon-type Pokemon.
They look like dragons. Count. That does not count.
I mean, I'm trying to sell it to you, but
I have a weird thing. Okay, I do not want to poo-poo on anybody's happy ever, and I know that so many people grew up with Pokemon and love Pokemon. But here's my problem with Pokemon, since you brought it up. It's basically capturing and owning and, you know, making animals fight for you, and I just can't seem to. I'm so bad on that, man, that I couldn't even do the Genshin thing recently. There was an event where you had to capture these animals and like I don't know, make them. I don't know why you had to capture them. You had to capture them. I don't know. And like I just don't. On the shrooms. I don't want to go into the shrooms. But like it's just slavery exactly. But they're cute, right? So I don't know. I have a hard time with it. I love animals. I want them free. I mean, if they're gonna have to be in captivity, let's try to make it like happy for them. I know I'm thinking too hard on it, but I don't mean to. It's just I want my animals to be free. So they are basically animals that are captured and forced to do stuff for you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's just psychologically I can't do it. But I do love that it brings people happy. So, and I'm not really all that like competitive. And it was basically just like the repetitive thing of like having to fight somebody with like compete with your Pokemons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little repetitive about that. I need story. I need big stories.
Yeah, the stories you're not going to get much in terms of like, oh, this blew me away from a Pokemon game.
Yeah. And I understand that it's fun and happy and it's nostalgia for people, and I'm cool with that. But I don't think I could ever do it and get into it. It just would probably bore me. But I love that it makes everybody happy. And I kind of hate that I don't like it. I wish I did. But yeah, I'm a big story head.
Then you might like Trails or the Legend of Heroes series.
That's a cool title.
Those are some of the best games, like story-wise, out there right now. If you like lore upon lore upon lore. It's all anime.
Oh, I like that too. Yeah, that sounds good. This has just become like, what will Safi play? That's
pretty much. I'm like I want to break the code.
That's my goal. Yeah, I think you could, man. I think you're starting to know me and know what I like, and you're gonna break the code. And sooner or later, I will be a pro gamer.
There we go.
No,
I just want to expose you to things that you haven't played that you'd be like, oh
that's
wow,
cool.
This is fun.
Yeah, I would like that. And I'm gonna be honest, this is stupid, but I actually, before streaming, was kind of scared of playing games. I know that's stupid, but I think I always thought I would suck at them, and I was scared of being kind of made fun of, and so I just didn't do it. And I let Rhea play, and I would just watch. But Rhea was always into games. Like, I mean, she had games and consoles way early, and I never did because we were poor. We were so poor, and so like I never had that stuff anyway. But I would just feel like, oh, that's a world I can't access. And even when we started having our own like PlayStation and stuff, I just was scared, and so I would like not think I could do it. And somehow Genshin broke through that, and I got into it. I think I also just really wanted to be a part of things because everybody else did it. But
yeah,
I'm slowly getting more and more gamey. Definitely, Safi, well, I want to stream. Okay, but I'm scared of my personal skills. Oh gosh. You don't have to be a great gamer though, right, Effie? Right? The jellyfish waifu has awakened! Whoa! All hail the jelly.
Yeah, I'd rather watch someone streaming that's enjoying what they're doing than someone that's a pro level player.
Yeah, I'm the same way. For me, it's all about personality and what. I'm a cozy head, so I like to really hang out with people that make me feel cozy, or funny. Or if they're funny, then I'm there, or both. So, you don't have to be good at games to stream. It's true. It's weird, but true. I have this weird story, and I don't know whether people like the story or not, but I think it's funny. It's funny in a very weird way. But when my mom died, and I found her in the house, I was, obviously I was freaked out and upset and everything. But the cops came, and they wanted to make sure, I guess, that we didn't murder her. Anyway, they came and they wouldn't let us leave. They wouldn't let us leave the room or whatever. And there was an older cop and a younger cop. And the older cop was like, oh, there's the rubbing chicken distracted me. But anyway, the older cop asked what we did for a living, right? And Rhea and I haven't worked a 9-to-5 job in a while. I was my mom's caretaker and stuff. And we just said, well, we're streamers. And the cop was like, what? And I was like, we stream on Twitch. And they were like, he was like, I don't have any, I don't know what you're talking about. And then the younger cop was like, yeah, I've heard of that. I'm like, and he says, well, what do you do? And I was like, well, it's kind of like a cross between, I had to explain to this boomer, I had to say like, it's kind of like a radio show mixed with like a live streaming thing. And we play games and the more I talked, the more he looked at me like I was insane. And I was like, oh God, please, I don't want to deal with this right now. But luckily the younger guy was like, yeah, I've heard of it. It's a thing. I've seen it. I know it. It's real. God. It was like, this is what we have to deal with. This is why young people don't like you.
Yeah, I feel if I told people I was a streamer, they wouldn't believe me.
They wouldn't believe me. Even if they knew what it was, they wouldn't believe you.
Yeah, like, oh, you don't do that. You're a liar.
Oh my god, why?
Just because I don't think I fit the general look off the bat, because I've got like
You don't have
some
to
gray
look
in my
like
beard.
anything, though. That's the
But
thing.
you don't have to. But like, if you look at the majority of streamers,
Well,
there is
they're
going to be
young,
a certain yeah.
But here's the thing: you don't have to be anything to be a VTuber, and and that's what I love about it. Oh god, I hate the Twitter trends of like, your VTuber versus your in real life. It's like, no, I'm never gonna do that ever. Sorry, never. And then and then people are like, oh, you're so pretty. And it's like, well,
And you should be like, yeah, I know. Obviously.
Hello. No, it's weird. I just, one of the biggest reasons why doing this is so much fun and so liberating is because I don't have to care about what I look like in real life, and I can just like be judged for who I am, and accepted for who I am.
That is true. I will say the one thing I like about it the most is like if I want to stream and I haven't taken a shower, that right then and there, I can still jump on and play.
Hell yeah.
And be good.
Speaking of
Can't
which,
say that for my friend always has to be dressed up when they stream because they're a IRL streamer.
Yeah, that's stressful.
Yep.
And honestly, I mean, everybody has what they're good at, but I would be way too nervous if I IRL. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I could definitely do it. Well, I have done it. That's probably why.
Yeah.
I just feel I'm more entertaining as a VTuber though.
Yeah, well, I would assume it's hard not to be self-conscious, even if you're not trans, or even if you're typically good-looking in society's point of view or whatever. It's still like people are mean.
Yeah,
especially on YouTube. But people are mean. They're gonna be like, "You look like this and you look like that," and I don't. I wouldn't want to deal with that at all. Kyoshi, I think it's awesome that you're gonna do that. But is there a reason why you want to be a femboy? Is that like just for fun, or are you living out like a part of you that wants to dress like a girly femboy?
There's been a few femboy streamers.
I love femboy streamers. People are assholes sometimes.
I got tricked by two just by looking at them. So job well done on their part.
Oh, they were that femme.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. Once I tell people I play a hot jellyfish lady online, eyebrows start raising, things get questionable. Can you imagine if I said that to the cop? I'm a hot jellyfish lady on stream.
With a straight face,
with a straight face. I couldn't have said it with a straight face. Oh god, it was a nightmare day, but that kind of made me giggle, and it was I don't know, it was one thing, The cops were actually really nice, especially the young guy, but it was funny. Just at some point in my life, I have stuck to female characters in games. What? You wanted to be a female VTuber at first? Oh. Well, explore that side. Do it, damn it. I mean, even if streaming is just for fun or to get to know yourself or just to express yourself, just do it. It's a wonderful medium to do that kind of thing. You're jealous of lesbians, okay? Well, You showed your mom one, Seffi, with the whole VC face tracking. Only then did she think it was cool when she saw. Yeah, I think they have a hard time imagining how and why you do it and what it even is. I mean, I think Rhea's mom kind of gets it, sorta. You can never show your parents. Aw. I'm sorry, Kyoshi, that sucks. Sorta not, yeah. I don't know.
My father knows that I do it.
Does he get it? Does he understand it?
Well, he gets it. He's also known because I've always been a gamer and stuff. So
yeah, so he kind of gets it. And he gets what streaming is. I think if somebody knows what streaming is, they can kind of understand it.
I always tell him that he should give it a go, just because there's not a lot. Because he's 68 or something, but he still games, so it's like
go for it. Yeah,
he could be with the way because he's playing God of War right now, so it's like.
Well, that's the thing, I think those of us who are not pro gamers have to rely on our personalities. But if you're like a pro gamer, people will watch that just to see what you do, like
Oh, he's
how you
definitely
win.
not pro, but
Oh,
I think there's people that would be interested in watching someone like in his age range just playing games that most younger people are playing. You know.
oh, that's cool. He can be everybody's grandpa. Yeah, who doesn't want that?
Mhm. Yeah, there was a really cool in Japan, like a really old streamer that was like in the 80s or something that was like playing first person shooters, and it was like amazing.
You know, I just think this I don't want to say job, this occupation, this hobby, whatever the hell it is. I think it's for everyone, all ages, and I know that it's kind of a younger thing, but it's for everybody, and I love that. What? There's the grandma who plays Skyrim. She's famous on YouTube. That's awesome. I mean, who doesn't love that? I would watch that. I don't really watch YouTube all that much, which I feel bad about.
I still watch Markiplier. Is that weird?
What do you watch?
The YouTube creator, contenter, Markiplier.
I don't know that person. You know, the only people that I know are kind of like the Westerners living in Japan, like Charlotte in Japan, and Joey and Connor and Chris and those type of people.
I know those ones too.
yeah. I got into because we love the people who get to travel and we can't. So, yeah, the Japan tubers, yeah. Oh, we've been getting into the Y-Files. I don't know if you know that. I like it because of Hecklefish. It's basically this. Oh, an Emmy made, yeah. Is this guy in the Y-Files who basically kind of semi debunks conspiracy theories like aliens and mysteries and things that are unknown, but he's funny and he has this like little weird CGI goldfish in a tank next to him who kind of heckles him through it and makes silly comments, and he's kind of like almost like a Muppet, and I just love it. It's a fun as hell show. It's like, well, he half debunks it, half doesn't. He does try to find the truth in it, and most of the times they don't have truth. But it's a great show. We got into that, but I don't really watch YouTube much. But I guess you watch a lot of it.
Not as like I watch it every now and then. I don't watch a lot like I used to, because I'm usually gaming or something else. I'll watch a series every now and then, but I feel like I just don't have as much time in my schedule for watching things online anymore.
Yeah, like Rhea and I will watch some YouTube stuff kind of before bed just to chill out. But yeah, I feel bad. It took me. I'm going to be celebrating my 1-year anniversary next month, and of streaming, and I feel like it's taken me a year to even feel like I know what I'm doing at all. I don't know if you feel that way, but I don't know how long you've been doing it on Twitch.
I don't know what I'm doing still.
It's hard. I feel like I'm not really that great on tech, so it took me like a long time to just feel confident in that. But I've been going through my videos and trying to like put more stuff on YouTube, as one should. And I was watching my debut stream yesterday, and I was like, well, honestly, I kind of seem like I know what I'm doing, which is weird because I know I didn't know. And the only thing I can see that's different is I took longer to do stuff, and I had a little bit more pauses, but I was pretty much okay. I was like, okay, and I was like, wait, what? Who is this? I don't know. I think I can fake it. I think I'm good at faking it.
Well, I think that definitely one of your skill sets is you're able to converse, and it's not just with who you have on, but like your audience. You can keep being engaged with them.
It is. I mean, I'm so happy. Right. Well, I'm happy and not happy at the same time that I have a small community. But I like that I can keep up with this. Grandma's a goat. There you go. I can keep up with my community right now. If I got bigger, I don't know how the hell I would. Like, I'm in awe of people like Maria and Kirtir and people who can keep up with their community and what they're saying in chat while there's like 80 people in chat or more sometimes. And it's like, how the hell do they do that?
Mods. I'm pretty sure it's mods.
It is, but they have to actually see what people are saying. And I know that they can't keep up with everything, but damn, Maria sure does.
Yeah.
I am.
But, like, think
I'm
about
amazed.
all of our friends that have been growing recently, and they've got to adapt too.
Yeah, like Echo. Yeah.
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 1K Echo now. She is what, Queen of the World?
No, but she's queen of our hearts. She's queen of our hearts.
That's true.
But I feel I don't think I'm ever gonna get that big. But I kind of it would be a love-hate situation if I did, because I love feeling connected to everybody. I would be a mess with more people in chat. Yeah, it is a skill set, definitely. I am good at communicating. I am good at talking. But keeping up, ooh, that would be hard.
I can see you doing really well, and I think because you're also in a unique position where you've also got Rhea, so I think both of you working together really help create a very welcoming and safe community.
I hope so, but we just decided to put a not safe for work art channel in our Discord.
Well, that's fine. You can still like that stuff and be a good human being.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, we're being as careful. I'm sorry, Kyoshi. I'm sorry we can't let you in. I'm so sorry, buddy. But you got to age. You got a couple years. It's for your safety and for ours. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, but it was one of the my last Halloween stream, I put in the goal. I had the goal of a not safe for work art. I will let you in, Effie. You're old enough. Rhea, we all grow. I'm growing at a snail's pace too, but guess what? You're growing. Rhea's gonna be celebrating 600 plus. We're gonna do a thing for that.
Awesome.
She's getting there. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, not safe for work. One of my goals was to make a not safe for work art, and I really didn't think much about that. Like, I didn't think I would reach it. So I thought, oh, I'm safe. It's fine. I just put it in because it's funny. And now I'm doing it. Now I have to do it.
Is it also Colonel Sanders?
Oh, hell no. Oh, God. Who wants that? Who wants that? Who wants a Colonel Safi not safe for work? I mean, maybe Effie does. I don't know.
Because you just got to do, like, really
Virus
creative
wants it.
Positioning of, like, chicken drumsticks and stuff like that.
No. It's bad enough I did the hot stream, which was, yeah. Part of me is embarrassed and part of me is just not, because it's fun. And I'll do anything if it's funny. Almost anything.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious. Like,
Thank you.
loved the whole Colonel Sanders thing. I thought that was perfect.
What am I gonna do? How am I gonna tell my model mama? Oh, by the way.
So, lost the bet.
By the
I don't
way,
make the rules, but I gotta follow them.
I have to have a Colonel Safi model thing. I don't know. I'm thinking, how am I gonna do it? I guess I'm gonna have to just have like a mustache and a goatee asset, and then I don't know. I don't want to have to like make a whole other outfit just for him. It's kind of, I don't know. But if I don't have it, Virus will cry.
Yeah.
Some people would cry. I think only Virus would cry. But yeah, I don't know. I have fun with it. That's a fun one. Yeah. What are your redeems that you like best?
Oh, like my redeems?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I only put generic ones because I have not thought, or I don't think I've been a streamer long enough to like really identify with things that would be.
You know what you need?
People would recognize, like, oh yeah, that's a Maako thing.
You need a dark Maako redeem where you turn like
a dark Maako.
Yeah, where you turn like evil overlord shark. Like a Sundari, like you just start being cruel. You start being like a bit the opposite of yourself. I think people would find that funny.
Like just not throwing away trash properly.
How dare! And then get like, do you have like an evil? You need an evil voice. Practice on me. Be evil. Come on, you can do it.
Oh, an evil voice?
Yeah, you can do it. It needs you sound like you're having fun.
It's more clown-like. I like that. Hey, kid. It's Maako.
That is not. I mean,
I got your nose.
All right, fine. I changed it. Just do clown Maako instead. Have a little like clown nose that comes on. I would like
gotta
that.
get free.
I mean, it'd be scary in a different way.
It was scary.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh.
Think outside the box. There you go. That's what you got to do. Scary clown redeem. Who wouldn't want that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. From shark to circus.
I would be clicking that constantly. All my points.
I would just have to be focused enough to do like a voice recording for it so that you could just redeem it on the go.
No. That's cheating. No.
Yeah.
No.
Because I can't keep a straight face. I would be laughing too much.
That's what people like, Maako. Do it. I dare you.
Oh gosh. I'll look into it. I've got my Fiverr account. I could commission things.
You could commission things. I have been commissioning too much lately. I need to stop. We got some Christmas stuff. Your whole PC crashed. Oh no, Kyoshi. No.
Do you want to know how I found out I spent too much on Fiverr, or like more than I realized?
What?
Is when they told me like, "Hey, you can be part of this club because you spent over $1,000."
Oh shit!
And I was like, what?
What did I do? What did I do?
It's like I just love art so much.
Well, I mean, I try not to spend that much. God, but yeah, there's Rhea and me together, so I don't even want to know. But I try so hard to be good. But luckily, I've met a couple of artists who are good but cheap and affordable. So
it's always nice.
Yes. So
I would be one of those artists if I retained my skills, but I have not retained my skills.
I feel bad about that. Like, I feel like maybe you could.
I do too. It is my one regret, because if I could go back in time, I'd be like, no, stick with the art, because that's what you love. Is
there any way you could take some online courses or something?
I mean, I could slowly get back into it. It's just now, how do I balance that into the rest of my life?
Do it on stream. People love art streams.
Yep, because I don't think they'd be like, well, this is a stick.
You don't know, buddy. You don't know. People might like it. Try it and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing.
I don't know. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I could do. I
say that, but I'm somebody that's even
not
scared.
Safe for work stick figures or something.
Hey, there you go. Oh my God, that's a perfect
spicy.
title. That's a perfect title for a stream. Let's go.
Yeah, it is perfect clickbait.
Yes. See, you got it in you, buddy. That's how I felt on Skep. I was like, these artists are about to take all my monies.
Yep, and all it would just be like characters talking like, "Hey, this is not safe for work," and that's how I get around it, because they say it.
Oh, I thought it was going to be just an appropriately placed stick.
Oh, that's even better.
Hey,
I like that idea.
Twitch can't argue with that. Twitch, that doesn't break TOS. I mean, it's just a stick.
Yeah, I'll take you to court, Twitch.
Yes, them's fighting words. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I expect in your future streams soon, I expect a clown redeem, goofy clown, scary clown, and then not safe for work, stick people, and just art streams. Just try it.
Maybe I could do like a gremlin Maako clown.
Perfect. Do it. You wait. People will love that. I'm telling you. Well, I'm calling it. Instant success with that one.
Yeah, I got some ideas now. Some cursed ideas.
The curster, the better. Seriously, that's the generation we are dealing with.
That is true.
That is like their favorite thing. And you know what's weird? I relate to that generation more than any other generation, which is like, I don't know. I should have been born Gen Z.
Oh, I always wonder when I should have been born, but I think I can. I feel like I can like pass off as a lot of things because I'm so
mutable.
I don't like that, but like I meant like I'm not eclectic, but like I'm very good at getting along with people. I think.
That's a good skill.
Just, like I will meld to whatever the social group norms are. Because I'll find something that like a commonality. Like, oh, this is what we all share. Let's use that to get along.
And you said you're an Aries. That's interesting because I haven't found that Aries are usually like that.
Yeah, apparently we're supposed to be jerks.
Oh, I didn't mean that. You're taking words out of my mouth.
I read my horoscope.
No, Aries aren't jerks. They're just very passionate and determined, and want what they want, and they're impatient. Rhea definitely has the impatience thing, but she's a cross between that and
I got that beat out of me, like not literally beat out of me, like I wasn't abused, but like I got that part of me, I think, taken out when I was a lot younger.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they surgically removed the impatience.
That I think that came naturally when I came to America because the new expectations and learning what the new norm was helped.
Hmm.
Because as a little kid, impatience was my middle name.
A senior called Kyoshi a millennial. How dare? Aries aren't jerks. They're just quick to fight, though. Yeah.
I've been in a lot of fights, so I can confirm that.
There you go. Yeah, I have to stop Rhea from fighting. I have to say now, no, chill out. Yeah, she's a Pisces and Aries. It's a very weird thing. There's like two opposites in her. It's completely bipolar. In a good way. I'm a Virgo and I hate it. I absolutely hate
my sister's a Virgo.
I bet does she like herself? Virgos are weird.
That's a good question. Like she's happily married, but like, man, she would never share anything about herself growing up.
Ooh, really?
Or open up about anything.
Oh wow. Virgos always think they're right.
That's definitely
they are perfectionists from hell. They have problems going to sleep. I dare any Virgo to say they're not like this because
you are describing my sister right now.
Well, yeah. It sucks. It sucks to be a Virgo. And if you're a self-aware Virgo who knows you're not always right, it's even worse. So I'm one of those.
My sister is a genius, unfortunately.
So yeah, she must think she's always right.
Well, she is. That's the problem.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh, you know what? I'm usually right, and Rhea hates it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like being the dumb one of the family, but yeah, she makes me look simple-minded. Like I don't know when the sun goes, like freak out. Like it's dark now. Where'd it go? Is it coming back?
Is the Earth round? Yeah. No, come on. It's just that Virgos, yeah, they make good detectives. They use deduction. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it though. I don't like it's too stressful being a Virgo. I wish I could change it. So here's the thing. I have 2 birthdays online. My real birthday is September 14th. My online streamer birthday is December 14th because I have Sagittarius moon. And I feel like that's what Safi should be. I try to channel.
Oh, that's smart.
I try to channel the Sagittarian when I'm Safi, because that's who I feel I really am inside. Like, if I could just shed all the stupid Virgo crap, I would. We know a lot of Capricorns. Ronan's a Capricorn too.
I always think Capricorns are like unicorns drinking Capri-Sun. Like
that's I thought you were gonna say cappuccino, like unicorns drinking cappuccino.
Just little Capri-Suns, like with their hooves, like they can't hold it properly because they're horses. But
maybe
I get it's just random thoughts like that.
I love it. They are kind of like unicorns, in the sense that unicorns, like you would think would be stoic and like beautiful and stoic and like perfect, but like deep down they're goofballs and colorful.
Well, I like there's a unicorn in Suikoden 2, which I really loved.
Unicorns are the best.
Well, this one could summon lightning, which was cool.
Hi, Cordy. Hi. You're the cute one. You. Don't make me do it. I'll do it. If I can find it. There it is. No, you. There's a Cordy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So do you did you watch My Little Pony? Were you into My Little Pony? Did you ever dive into My Little Pony?
My sister was in it. I never got into it, but I would watch it with her when it was her turn to pick what to watch.
Honestly, it was so much better than I thought it would be. I hate to say this, but I'm old enough to remember the original My Little Pony. Like, I know of it. I never watched it.
Yeah, that's I've watched only the original, so I can only think of back in,
no.
That's
okay.
my experience.
That's a lame thing. That was dumb. but I'm talking about the Friendship is Magic onward. The new My Little Pony is so funny, smart, goofy, fun music, just great characters, epic. Actually, it goes epic, almost like it's trying to be some epic Lord of the Rings thing. It's like it's such a really good show, and I was like, why am I loving this? What? Rhea got me into it. So I'm not a brony. I'm not. I swear. But it really, I loved it. So. Yeah, I reckon.
My only experience with that is I did watch brony documentaries, like documentaries on that fandom.
I'm not a brony.
No, you don't have to be. Like, I don't judge anyone for what they're like. Like, if you're into that and it's like the message is like, hey, be nice. Like,
oh hell yeah!
Why would you? Why should anyone make fun of that? Like, that's not cool.
Well, I mean, when I first saw one or even heard of it, it was before we even watched My Little Pony. And we were at a con. I was selling my books there, and we saw a guy dressed up as, a brony. He was a brony, and I was like, wow, look at that guy. And my friend said, oh, that's he's a brony, and I was like, what's a brony? And she had to explain it to me, and I was like, wow, people do that, okay. but you know what? The show is so good that I understand. Part of me wanted to be a brony just by watching it. I loved it that much, to be honest.
Yeah, I can understand it, but like I know for me personally, it's like that's just not my jam. But I can totally respect.
You're not a horse. You're a shark.
Yeah. More sharks.
Sharks can't be. Well, I mean, sharks could.
Now, if they had My Little Sharks, that would be a different story.
My little baby shark. No. You could also make that a redeem.
I do have that for at least a song.
Oh, okay.
I know.
At least the song. And people are like, stop it!
I could do like a baby Maako. That might work.
Yeah, but the music that plays at the same time.
Yeah, that might be a fun redeem.
Yes, that's adorable. Hell no, it ain't me and my friends over here fighting for the last cookies. Well, that's a serious fight, Kyoshi. That is a serious fight right there. I hope you win.
Take the cookie.
May the odds be ever in your favor. One day when I'm rich, I want her to do my 2D model. Wait, who? Wait, I missed something there. Who are you talking about? Who's gonna do your 2D model? Get up there. Who are we talking about? One of my favorite streamers did the art for My Little Pony. She's amazing. Oh, who are we talking about? Spats? They were never your friends. If someone tries to fight you for cookies, they're not your friends. That's not true. I mean, look, when cookies are a part of things, if cookies are there, you're going to become frenemies immediately if you're fighting for it. If it's one cookie, I mean, okay. Ray and I have lived together for a long time, right? So if there's one cookie, if you're married, you kind of have to share the cookie, or at least offer it. I have to offer it. If I don't, I'm in trouble. So that's marriage right there.
I'm not getting married though. Can't ever do that.
Famous last words, Maako. Bye. Beautiful. Thank you, Rhea. Her name is Spatula?
That's funny.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I should watch so much more Sapphire than I do. I feel bad. She's such a great person and great streamer. I haven't watched her stuff in a long time. I feel bad. We pulling out the sabers. We're dueling like 1800s. This sounds like a great rap song. Art thou ready for saber to penetrate, you heathen?
Oh, that's my bedroom talk.
Oh! Oh, that was late.
That's funny.
Yes.
Art thou ready?
You might not be able to enter the not safe for work channel, Kyoshi, but you don't need to. You're good. You're golden. She's live right now? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I have never, ever in the history of ever rated Sapphire. Do you dare me to?
Double dog dare.
No! Because it is almost midnight, so I probably should sort of raid somebody soon here. I've loved hanging out with you, Maako. Loved it.
It's been a fantastic time. I really appreciate
anytime. Anytime you want to hang out, we'll do tea time again. Anytime. I think the next time available is January. but anytime. And if you want to play a game or you want to do anything, you just let me know. Okay.
Oh yeah, I got some ideas. I'll definitely be in contact for sure.
Cool.
And lurking and bothering and
Bother me
also-
anytime. I gotta bother you more often. I want to see Baby Shark. I want to see Evil Clown. I want to see these things happen. I know you said you're taking some time, but
I will totally. When it gets to that point, I will give you the details before everybody else.
okay.
The sneak peeks.
Yes, promise.
I promise.
Safi, when you or Rhea gonna play Skyrim or MHW, I'm gonna bother you. Keep bothering me until I do. Oh, Spats is live, not Sapphire. Damn it. I don't know Spats, and that would make me feel weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I'm looking through my
I'm
list.
looking and I didn't see her
Sapphire.
either. Yeah, damn it. I got all excited. I was like, I'm gonna do it for once in my life. Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be really late for Sapphire, but that's all right. We're gonna find somebody. Come on, guys, help me find somebody. Who are we doing? I see Echo's on. She's playing Overcooked. Why would she want that torture? I rate Echo so much, but I love her. That's why.
It was good.
Who's she playing with?
Well, here we go.
Well, you know what? I played Overcooked once with Echo. It was a really fun time. We had no idea what we're doing. Oh, Moonstone is playing Pokemon Scarlet.
Moonstone just came back. As
I
I
know!
understand it.
Rhea was like, holy shit, it's all Moonstone! I kid you not, she was that excited. And yeah, we haven't seen her in a long time. Should we do that? Should we raid Moonstone?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. I mean, I love Echo, but I raid Echo like almost nightly. And we haven't seen her in a long time. And she's playing Pokemon Scarlet thingy, Violet, whatever it is. Oh my god, yes. Okay, all right. It has been a wonderful time, but it's now time to stream or time to raid. Please don't leave me. Don't leave. Let's raid Oh Moonstone. She is amazing. She is wonderful. She's a sweetie. Haven't seen her in a really long time. So let's do this.
Last time I saw was like when I was brand new to Panda's Bandaroo gang.
I know. Yeah, she used to be on all the time, and we've missed her. Let's go for Moonstone. Let's go. We're gonna go. And like I said, anytime, Maako, anytime at all. Wonderful being with you and hanging out with you. And it's been wonderful being with everybody tonight. Love you all. And we're gonna see you soon. I will be back. What the hell day is it? It's Friday. I'll be back Monday. Yeah, Monday. That's when I'll be back. I'll be doing something. Possibly something new. You never know. All right, everybody.
Awesome.
Let's go. I will see you soon. I love you, Sapphires. I love you, Skafiddles. Love you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
I guess whoever is screaming